do a little recap. What exactly did we go over last week? It was mostly, let me zoom out here, Yumiko Shiki's stuff. I think we were mainly her last week, but we did discover that there was another branch here that I hadn't gotten to from Tomakazuki, because this is apparently sort of like a dead end. They just have like a lovely time together with their friends and stuff, which is great, but doesn't really advance the story. So let's see, last week we did some rewinding with Yumiko, because we first started with this bear with me, Futamigaura investigation, which was they found a desiccated mermaid corpse, or what looked like one. And then Yumiko and Soto, Soto used his powers and drew a picture of what the woman looked like before she died, and it seemed to look like Yuza's mother. So that was pretty crazy. Then we rewind to before they even came to the same island that Yuza's on. They were on the mainland, and there was a bunch of bones that were found, and apparently these bones had been stuck in some sort of, what would you call it, like a chasm or a fissure or whatever underwater or something, and it kind of looked like someone had been dumping bodies there every 10 years, and something had shifted. There was like an earthquake or something, and that like brought them to the surface, and people found them. And there was a sketch that Soto made for, he can only get one of them to actually like show him an image with his psychic powers. And so he made a sketch of it, and we don't know who that guy is, but Yumiko and Soto have been trying to ask around the local area. And when they were doing so, they ran into a woman. He was a very gaunt looking woman, and she did not like them being around very much at all. But apparently she was kind of like a weird loner, how she had just shown up like 3 years ago, and she was like an ama diver, I guess, for a little bit, but she kind of stopped ama diving, but somehow she always pays her rent, but she doesn't seem to do anything. So she's kind of like this mysterious woman. So they asked around about her and stuff, and that's all the information they could really find. And I'm trying to remember, because there was something with the, so there was like a mermaid body was apparently found as well, which wasn't the one that I talked about earlier, because that's one that they hadn't even seen yet, but there was apparently another mermaid body as well that was reported, but the body was taken, and so we were trying to find out where it went, and that led us to this rich man. I don't remember his name, but he essentially seems to have been like this rich man who's been worried about dying because he's very old, and so he's been trying to look into immortality. And so there's this what would you call it, like a superstition that if you were to eat a mermaid or any part of a mermaid, it would grant you immortality. And so Yumiko figured that's why he had taken the body, and so we were trying to negotiate with him to give the body to the police so that it could be examined and investigated, but he was reluctant to give it up because he wanted the immortality. I mean, he wouldn't give that information away, but we kind of got that out of him. But then Yumiko ended up convincing him by telling him that, like, well, the curse of immortality is actually, it's not actually immortality, it's just you live for 800 years, and you like have to live for 800 years, so you like regenerate and everything. So it's kind of like being immortal, but it's for 800 years, and it's actually a curse, and that the few people who've actually had this curse applied to them always have like miserable lives, because it's very hard to be a person who doesn't die, because of people don't like that, I guess, you know, or whatever. So they kind of have to live in hiding or whatever, and they watch their loved ones die. They can never have a relationship that will last for their entire lives because their lives are so long, that kind of thing. So it's like hard to be happy and alive for so long. It's kind of a theme. It's been said a few times. Let's see. So yeah, we got him to release the mermaid body. I think that was at the end, and then that led up to, well, okay, then the old man also said that, like, well, if you want to know more about, what was it? I guess we were talking about how there's this, like, energy or something where the Soto can tell that there's a lot of dark energy that has to do with this curse of the waves or something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically like this weather curse that pops up every once in a while, and it's around the island that Yuza's on, and they're worried that it's going to happen again, and some big event's going to happen, and people are going to die, or maybe even the whole island's going to get in trouble or something. So the old man suggests that we go talk to the rich magnate that lives on the island, because he's been dealing with like a sorceress or a sorcerer or something to make all of his like business decisions and stuff, and it's been kind of weird, but he seems to be worried about that same curse. So that led Yumiko and Soto to go to the island, and on the island is where they end up finding the original mermaid that I talked about earlier, which is now the second mermaid. And Yumiko had also said about that, just like small point, that she believes that it wasn't a mermaid, it was a person who was cursed to become a fish, and they died mid-transition. Because I think they were only like a human from like the shoulders up, but like from under the shoulders down they were a fish. So it's not like a, you know, classic mermaid we think of like the waist down. Let's see, I think that's pretty much all we got for Yumiko's storyline. We went back and we changed the decision here with Yuza, where we didn't tell his friend about the hole that Yuza found. So like at the beginning of the game, Yuza was doing some ama diving, and so he was diving for, you know, like fish, or not fish, he was diving for like food, I guess, you know, abalone and sea urchins and stuff, scallops. And we found this hole, and when we went into it, we saw like a hollow-eyed Yuza ghost like reaching up at him, trying to like pull him under. And we had the option to have Yuza tell his friend about it or not, and it turned out that if we didn't tell him about it, then the story continued on to this. And what happened in that was extra in that was once we got back, we met up with we didn't meet up with them, but we ended up running into two other ama divers. There's one of them's like an older lady who's been an ama diver for a really long time, and she like hates Yuza, hates that he's trying to become an ama diver because his mother has been blamed for the 5 years ago accident where that curse happened, and then that local weather event happened and a bunch of people died, including Yuza's mother and father. And they blame Yuza's mother because she was so strange and different, and she's from out of like off the island. She didn't come from the island, and so Yuza gets a lot of that energy pushed his way. And so this lady was like really mad at Yuza, saying he should never go out there again, and he really just needs to stop doing what he's doing, and how it's like horrible, and it's just going to bring the curse here, and everybody's going to die or something. It's a lot of superstitious stuff. And then we saw another armor diver who's a little bit younger than that other lady, and she's like, yeah, you know, I don't believe all that stuff, but you really shouldn't like rock the boat, Yuza, and probably just shouldn't do that stuff because you're going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. And so she kind of like was like a can't beat him, join him type of scenario, I think. But that's pretty much all that happened. I think that's where we kind of ended it. I don't remember what their motivation was to move on through the story, but because we haven't told our friend now about that hole, so I don't know where it's going to go from there. So that's where we're at now. We're going to continue from there and see what happens next. So yeah, that's pretty much the recap. And this one was just Sato. We did this one like 2 weeks ago, and it was Sato and what's her name? Tsukasa, I think is the other girl's name. They were just talking about a boy that Tsukasa likes, which is the son of the rich magnate guy who's, you know, working with a sorcerer or whatever. All right, let's get going. I think we're ready to go. Recapped and ready to go. Cool, we get a little summary here. The residents of Kamishima, which is the island I keep forgetting the name of, are extremely against Yuza becoming an ama diver. Yuza believes that the hidden secret behind his deceased mother, Mare Minakuchi, is the reason for this, and that it is also the key to finding the mermaid. So he begins a full-scale search. Oh, you know what? I forgot an important detail from last week. Let me X here. So before they went to the island, like they were, like, I think they were like preparing to do it, and they were coming back to like the crime scene. Oh no, what it was is they had heard that the woman, that's right, so that strange woman was seen getting in a boat with a guy and leaving the island, and they wanted to question her some more, and they're like, huh, that's weird, it's like she's fleeing or something. So they tried to like run after her, but as they were like trying to go after her, this young lady who is also a part of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau popped up, and she like froze them in place, and we had this little like psychic battle with her, and we learned, you know, that she's from the Bureau and that she was actually trying to protect that woman for some reason, and she kind of seems like she's going rogue a little bit from the Bureau. So I don't know, she's kind of a mysterious character, but maybe she was part of why we wanted to go out there. Anyways, I think the main thing I wanted to point out though was that we did find out that the last name of the strange woman is Somikawa, I think is how it's said. And the strange part about that is that Yuza's mother's maiden name is Somikawa, and she kind of looks like Yuza's mom. I think she just looks a little more gaunt and like tired, you know, but she does look a lot like Yuza's mother. So she may have been Yuza's mother, and she may be the woman or the body that they end up finding in this investigation here. That's my theory, though. They haven't made that connection yet, but because the drawing looks so much like Yuza's mother, I'm thinking that she left on that boat and then got cursed, I guess. But yeah, I'm not sure. We'll find out. All right, now we'll get started. That was a pretty important detail I want to make sure I covered. So it looks like we're right back where we were at the port or whatever, coming back from doing our diving or whatever with Yuza and Azami. True, if there's any time to ask about your mom, it's now. I think we should see what old man Wakamura and Suyu have to say about all this too. Yeah, assuming Gran agrees to talk about it anyway. Yeah, I think Suya is his grandmother, who she was like a very well-known Ama diver, and he's the reason why Yuza came back to the island, because he went to school on the mainland for a while, was to take care of her because she's gotten so old she can't take care of herself completely. So we could go to the Wakamura residence, which is that rich magnate guy, which is Sato's house, the girl timeline that we have, or we can go to the Minakuchi residence where his grandmother is. I mean, it looks like we can go some other places too, but I don't know why we would go to those other places. So let's just stick with what the story's saying. So we're going to go to Suyu's house. August 7th, 1980-something, afternoon.
Welcome back, Yuza. Oh, and Azami's here too.
Thanks for having me.
You two went out diving today, didn't you? How'd it go? You get a decent haul?
Gran, about that. I was all set to enjoy the next stage of my life as an Ama diver, but I found myself on forced leave the very day of my grand debut. Sorry, I was a little bit worried about the audio, so I kept getting distracted.
Goodness, did something happen? Oh my. Chi and the others said all that? If I were you, I wouldn't pay them any mind. You're not breaking any rules, are you?
You sure it's okay?
No point in fretting over pointless details, is what I always say.
Grandmother, Suyu Minakuchi. It's his grandmother from his father's side, I believe.
What's up, Loki? Just want some pets?
Good boy. Profiles updated. Yuza Minakuchi's parental grandmother and a former Ama diver. Born in the Taisho period, she has a relaxed and broad-minded nature, but her tendency not to concern herself with the finer details often makes those around her uneasy. Although now retired due to health issues, she was one of the best Ama divers on Kamishima, especially in her younger days, during which she had a fierce rivalry with Chi Toyama, who known as Chi the Mermaid. Later years saw them reconciled, and they could often be seen talking and laughing together at the diver's hut while grilling their catches. She lost her husband in the war when her son, Tosuke Minakuchi, was 3 years old. So she's got a good relationship with Chi, but she's still like, yeah, don't listen to her, whatever. Alright, working as an Amadiver.
I must have underestimated just how deep tensions ran. I never imagined they'd still be that hostile towards her. I thought things would have calmed down by now for sure. I'm sorry, Yuza.
It's okay, Gran. Not being allowed to dive isn't the end of the world or anything. But are you sure there isn't a reason no one wants to talk about Mom?
Well, no reason I can think of.
I'd like to get to the bottom of things there if possible. It's going to affect my life here if I don't. And I'd like to clear Mom's name too. If you don't mind me asking, it does seem pretty weird that people would be this upset just by Yuza coming back to Kamishima. Are you sure there's not some particular reason they don't like the thought of him going out diving?
Well, no reason I can think of.
The exact same answer as before. She's determined to pretend she doesn't know. Gran, I know you've always been reluctant to talk about Mom. But I'm not a child anymore. Isn't it about time you told me the truth?
About Mom.
You really can't think of any reason why everyone had such a problem with Mom?
Well, alright, I'll be honest with you. Made wasn't actually human.
Wow, she's just coming out with it. Okay. Huh? You mean we were right? Are you for real?
Wait, don't tell me you believe that. Can't you boys take a joke? I was obviously kidding. Did all that seawater pickle your common sense?
Wait, you were joking?
Of course I was. I thought I'd mess around a bit and see if I could get a rise out of you, but you sure turned the tables on me. Turning a prank around on me like that, I have nothing more to teach you, young Yuza.
Oh, and here I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. It's no good. She's set on giving us the slip. We're not going to get anything more out of her like this. Maybe she'd be more willing to talk if we had more information. Alright, I think it's the game saying maybe I should have gone to the other place first. I don't know, I feel like I still kind of want to try exhausting these, though. Let's try about Mom again and see if it does the same thing.
You've heard me say this before, but Made found it difficult to fit in here on the island. The environment she'd grown up in was quite different, you see. She struggled to adapt to life in a small community. No other reason I can think of for the beef with the others had with her.
Okay, working as an Amadiver.
So, how did your dive out in the bay go?
The dive went perfectly. You may know me as, you may know me only as your grandson Yuza. But in truth, I'm a living legend, Kamishima's patron saint of diving.
Well now, that does sound impressive. Though I think living legend is a bit much. I'd rate you as a legend in training at best.
You could tell all that just with a single glance?
I know a greenhorn when I see one. Come back when you've spent a bit more time in the sea, eh?
But I've been forbidden from diving for now, so it seems my life as an Amadiver will have to wait.
No need to fret. I'm sure that'll sort itself out in time.
I don't know about that. Your grandma's the same as ever, eh? Working as an Amadiver.
Whatever the case, I'm happy you're chosen to follow in my footsteps, Yuza. Good thing I thought to keep Made's outfit, eh?
Yeah, but I don't know how I feel about being able to fit in my mom's clothes at this age.
You never get any taller after middle school, did you? Or you never did get any taller, sorry.
Damn, has my constant diet of fresh seafood meant nothing? It's nothing you need to worry about, Yuza. Doesn't make you any less charming. Underwater gathering tips. Do you have any diving advice for me, Gran?
Advice, eh? Let me see. If you're looking to get a higher score in a single dive, You should focus on gathering everything you can, even the small fry. Getting 10 or 15 will earn you a bonus to your final score. If you manage to nab a big catch, switching your focus to bringing it in as many small catches as possible could net you a good result. I see. That'll be a great help. Files updated. Diving tips. Interesting. Perfect harvest. When using the harvest action, perfect harvest may occasionally occur, instantly depleting your target's resistance gauge with a single action. I think we'd already read that one. Is there... I guess this last part is the thing that's new. Gathering more than 10 sea creatures at once will earn you a large haul bonus. A total of 10 or more will give you a 1.5 times the original score, and a total of 15 or more will net you 1.8 times the original score. Even if you can't find any promising catches, focusing on quantity over quality can still earn you a high score. Okay, I've never really tried that strategy, but we can try that. Alright, some more gathering tips, Gran. You wouldn't happen to have any other diving tips for me, would you?
Well now, bold as brass, aren't we? But I'm glad you're keen to learn. Let me see. Sometimes you come across areas when diving that are simply brimming with sea creatures. I call them bountiful zones.
Bountiful zones, huh? I'd love to see one. On the other hand, areas with lots of starfish are usually picked clean, with no sea creatures to speak of. I call those places barren zones. So the more starfish there are, the less sea creatures there will be. Got it. A whopper of a catch could still be hiding in a barren zone, of course. Always keep an eye on your surroundings. Bountiful zones and barren zones. Occasionally you will encounter underwater areas teeming with sea creatures known as bountiful zones. On the other hand, barren zones, areas with an abundance of starfish, tend to have been stripped bare. The sea creatures are few and far between. However, you might find some promising catches hiding in barren zones if you search closely enough. Maybe? Maybe? Suya's condition. Sorry I had to leave early today to go diving, Gran. Was everything okay? How are you feeling?
Well, I didn't have much pep in my step today, but it's fine because Sato came over this morning. And she really is a saint, always helping me out with the cooking and cleaning like that.
Again? Gran, I know you're fond of her, but you shouldn't rely on her too much. I didn't know Sato was coming over to help you out here. Yeah, she and Gran became friends recently, and before I knew it, she was coming over every so often.
Sato's such a nice young lady. She even chats with me about all the latest TV drama developments.
Oh yeah, she's big into TV.
She's a bit naive in some ways, but she's a quick learner. Remembers everything I tell her almost instantly.
Huh, I had no idea.
I said she could relax here a while, but she left early today.
I'm glad you're having fun, but make sure to thank her properly sometime, alright?
Of course, of course.
I'm always happy to help, you know? There's no need to depend on others so much.
I know, but if someone has to help me get things done, I'd rather it was a lovely young girl, you know? And besides, she does a much better job at cooking and cleaning than you do, Yuza.
See, I do my best to be a good grandson, and this is the thanks I get. I do feel like Yuza gets the short straw on a lot of stuff. We're going out again for a bit, Gran.
Got it. You two take care, okay?
Okay, so I guess we gotta go to the Wakamura residence. Well, now we know a little bit about Sato coming over, so maybe that will come up in the Wakamura thing. Maybe. Alright, to the Wakamura residence.
You two again? What are you doing here?
Why is Chi here? Okay. Ah, Chi's here too.
We're chatting about something important right now, scram.
Guess we've got no choice but to come back later, huh? Okay, so that was not a good choice to go first, because that just would have happened. So I guess we just need to go around town? I'm confused now. Like, the story hasn't given me any direction. Let's just do these in order from left to right, I think.
Chow Street, because we started at the jetty, so we go to Chow Street. Chuo. I don't know how to say it.
Seems like there's a bit of commotion over there. Maybe they know something about the rumors. Want me to go ask?
That'd be great, thanks.
Hey, what's up? Did something happen?
Oh, if it isn't Azumi. I don't know if you've heard, but
15 minutes later. Welcome back.
Man, once they get started, they never stop talking. Anyway, nothing about your mom, I'm afraid, but they did have some interesting things to say.
Interesting things?
Do you want the normal news first, or the worrying news?
Let's go with the normal news first. How about the normal news?
So we've got a bunch of tourists visiting it right now, as usual. But what's really got people talking is that there are 2 foreigners among them today.
Oh, really? I hear the Ise Grand Shrine sees a lot of foreign visitors, but it's unusual for them to come to the outlying islands like this.
What's more, seems they've been going around asking a bunch of questions. And get this. Apparently, they said they've come here looking for mermaids.
I wonder if this includes that other psychic girl, because I think she was British. So, maybe?
Mermaids? Curious, right? Yeah, right when we're looking into them too. And that's not all. For some reason, they were asking about your mom, Mari Minakuchi, too.
What? But why would foreign visitors be asking about my mom?
Seems like people think they're pretty shady. And I was told not to go near them
I was told not to go near them and everything. No, I definitely want to hear what they have to say. I wonder where they are now.
They're probably still on Kamishima, at least. Though the question is where.
Well, I guess if we see 2 Westerners around, we'll know who they are, eh? Apparently, they're an old man and a young girl. Older man and young girl. So the young girl's probably the British girl. But I don't know if we haven't met the old man yet. Yeah, I'm sure we'll know them when we see them. I hope we manage to find them. Okay, that was the normal news. Okay, some of that seemed like it could have been the worrying news. Let's see what the worrying news is. Let's hear the worrying news.
Okay, then. There are reports that 2 Ama divers have gone missing. Apparently, both cases were found around Ijika town on the mainland.
Oh, were they diving accidents or something?
I'd guess so. Seems it's still under investigation, though.
The sea hasn't been that rough lately. But I guess it is a dangerous job, so you never know what might happen.
Still, 2 Ama divers going missing one after another is pretty unusual, so it does make you wonder.
Wasn't that long ago there was all that talk of the human bones being found in the sea near Toba, you know? I remember that, yeah. Isn't that also near Ijika?
Maybe this is why Chi was going on about bad omens.
Yeah, it's definitely worrying news.
Okay, looks like that's all the info we're going to get around here.
Let's try going somewhere else. Okay, we got something there. Just go ahead and go to Clocktown now. Or sorry, I said Clocktown. It's Town Clock, you dumbass. Yeah, that's a very faded clock. I can't even read it. Oh, look who it is. It's Mr. Jockman.
Well, if it isn't, Shotaro. Hey there, you 2. Just the men I wanted to see. You wouldn't happen to have seen Sato around, would you?
Sato? No, I haven't seen her today.
She's supposed to meet me with me earlier, but she never showed.
She didn't show? Did something happen?
Well, I'm sure it was just because of my old man's ridiculous request earlier. Honestly, I don't know what he was thinking. Still, he really has been acting off lately. I can't believe he'd say something like that.
Is something wrong?
No, pardon me, it's nothing for you 2 to worry about. By the way, Yuza, I hear you become an Ama diver.
Ah, yes, but I was told to stop, so I'm currently on extended, if not permanent, leave. Don't let it get to you. I, for one, think you should go for it. Imagine everyone's been using your mother as an excuse, saying she brought bad luck to the island or some such. Wow, that's exactly it. Do you know why everyone keeps saying Yuza's mom was a bad omen, Shotaro? Ah, yes. What was it again? Something about her being the Raging Waves curse bearer? The what? Raging Waves? Okay, I honestly feel like I called that. I think I said something about that last week, how she was probably the curse bearer for that. I don't know if I used those words, but I was thinking she was the reason why it happened. The Raging Waves curse bearer. Raging Waves is, well, exactly what you think it means. And the curse bearer has the power to call forth that calamity of the sea. My old man was going on about it earlier, but it's probably just superstitious nonsense. Don't pay it any mind. But I really should get going. Let me know if you see Sato, okay? See you later. Now I'm pretty curious about what Shotaro said. Yeah, the Raging Waves curse bearer, huh? Did people really see my mom that way? Maybe we should ask Mr. Wakamura what he knows. It's worth a shot, at least. Anyway, let's keep moving. Yeah, we'll go to this Tori gate first before we go back to the Wakamura residence. Maybe we'll get some more information. Maybe the foreigners will be here. Oh, the girls are here. Look at that. Oh man, Tsukasa does not look happy. Huh? Oh no. Did she get rejected or something by Shotaro? I don't know if that's happened yet in the timeline. Tsukasa, Sato, what's going on?
Well, I'm sorry. I can't explain right now. Tsukasa, come on. We're drawing too much attention here.
Hey! What was that all about? Something was definitely up with them. Yeah, they practically ran off when they saw us. Tsukasa was crying. What the hell could have happened? I'm worried too, but Sato said she can't explain right now. I'm sure that means they'll tell us what's up later. True. We shouldn't grill them if they're not ready to talk about it. Still, I get the feeling we probably shouldn't tell Shotaro we saw Sato here. Yeah, let's keep this to ourselves until we learn a bit more. Whoa, that was the whole Tori. Okay, so nothing else to see there, I guess. All right, Wakamura residence, here we come. All right, she's gone, so that's good. Old man Wakamura. You mind if we ask you something real quick? Calling him Old Man Wakamura, I feel like that's probably like a cultural translation thing, because they have like those things where they kind of always acknowledge that someone's older than them, but it kind of sounds like he's being a little harsh there. Hey, old man, we need to ask you some questions. Is it just one thing after another today? What now? Azumi, and the Minakuchi boy? I heard from Chi you two went out into the bay to do some diving earlier. Well, I've got a bone to pick with you. There's no time like the present. Did I say president? Present. I think I said president. Okay. So, boy, you serious about wanting to become an Ama diver? Huh? I thought at first you'd come here to get my permission to dive. But now I hear you've been running around looking into Mare Minakuchi. What's the meaning of this? I mean, she's Yuza's mom? Does it need permission to do that? We have been asking around. It's not what you think. I don't know what he thinks, so let's say we've been asking around. To be honest, we've been asking around. I guess there was no hiding it from you. Yuza, are you sure this is okay? Probably best to be honest about things now, Azumi. It's just like you said. We've been trying to find out more about my mom.
I knew it. Anyway, my point is, no more sticking your nose where it don't belong, got it? And most of all, no becoming an almond diver.
Damn, dude. Local magnate, Shinobu Wakamura. So, if I give up on becoming an almond diver and fall in line, will you tell me about my mom?
All this sniffing around you're doing sure ain't falling in line, that's for sure. Besides, you should be asking Suyu about all this business, not me. She's gotta know more than I do.
Oh?
So Suyu really does know more than she's letting on.
About Suyu. Gran says she doesn't know anything about my mom, though.
Huh. So she's even said that to you.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know that much myself. Suyu's always been tight-lipped about Mare Minakuchi. Where she came from, what her deal was.
So you've been asking Yuza's mom... wait. So you've been saying Yuza's mom was to blame for that massive storm even though you don't know for sure?
Suya ain't said nothing to deny it. Speaks for itself, don't it?
Okay, let's keep talking about her.
If you don't like what you're hearing, you should go ask Suya about it yourselves.
Okay, that's the end of that. About the Raging Waves Curse Bearer that Shotaro told us about. Mr. Wakamura, what is the Raging Waves Curse Bearer?
His face. What? Where did you hear about that? Bah, it's gotta be Shotaro. Boy never could keep his mouth shut.
We heard it's some sort of curse that whips the waves into a frenzy. Does something like that really exist?
It does. The Southern Sea disaster 5 years ago was caused by that very same curse.
The curse of the Raging Waves?
And your mother, Mare Minakuchi, was the one who brought it down on us. That storm was no natural disaster. It's entirely preventable. And if we'd only stopped her from going to the bay that day, Kamishima wouldn't have had to suffer such a tragedy.
What? My mom would never have done something like that.
Just because you don't remember don't mean she wasn't up to something out there. As to whether it was intentional or not, who can say? But it don't make a difference either way.
I don't get how you can say Miss Made was a curse bearer or whatever if you didn't know anything about her. Do you have any proof?
Proof? I've got the words of a trustworthy sorcerer backing me up. That's all the proof I need.
A sorcerer? You're basing all of this on what some woo-woo wizard said? Give me a break.
You can believe what you'd like. Don't change the fact that curses and spirits are real as everything else. Bah, I don't have time to butt heads with you two, but I know what I'm saying is the honest truth.
Looks like there's no point in trying to change his mind. Old man's as stubborn as a mule. So you really think there's a storm coming, and that storm is caused by a curse?
Of course I do. Some fellas who said they were with the police dropped by to warn me about it yesterday, in fact.
The police? Why would the police be warning you about a curse?
I reckon they're just phonies trying to take advantage of the curse for their own benefit. But even you two must have noticed that rumbling coming from the sea over the last few days, right? That's proof the curse of the Raging Waves is getting stronger.
How is that proof? It's not proof, dude. You don't know what proof means.
So that's why you've been telling everyone to stop taking their boats out and prepare for a storm? Sure is. Naturally, I can't just come out and say it's because of a curse. There's no telling when or where it'll rear its head. It's too dangerous to go out in the water in these circumstances.
Even so, we'll have to take our boats out again eventually. Can't keep off the sea forever.
You're damn tootin', which is why I gotta find a way to stop the curse as soon as possible.
Why would a curse be affecting the sea around here, though? Seems like you two still don't believe me. Fine. Let's see if this will change your minds. A long time back, there used to be another island to the south of here. Taishima, it was called.
Taishima? This is the first I've heard of it.
They say it was devastated by the earthquake and tsunami nearly 400 years ago. But the truth of the matter is that raiders overran the island and slaughtered every last one of the people who lived there. The murdered islanders' resentments gave rise to the curse of the raging waves. And the resulting storm and tsunami sank the island to the bottom of the sea, raiders and all. Is that true? That curse is still rolling around in these seas near here to this very day. Just one little push, and that storm could come barreling down on Kamishima next.
A push?
Something that would awaken the islanders' anger again, such as someone with ties to those raiders, say a descendant of theirs, drawn near to where Taishima was.
A descendant? So is that what he thinks his mom was, maybe? I guess that's what he's probably getting at. So Yuza would therefore be a descendant? Wait, you're saying my mom was a descendant of the raiders who attacked Taishima?
Sure I am. And as her son, you share her blood.
But how could that...
Only natural everyone would see you as a bad omen, no? I really didn't want you to... Wait. I really didn't want you back on the island, you know. You should be grateful I didn't have you shipped back to the mainland on the next ferry.
You're telling me that that's how everyone's seen Yuza and his folks all this time? It's fine, Azumi. Let's hear the rest of what he has to say. Okay, keep going. Are you saying the reason the curse of the raging waves reawakened is because I came back to Kamishima?
Nah, there were signs even before you came back, so the direct cause was probably something else. That still don't change the fact that you're a bad omen, though.
Ah. How are you even planning to stop the curse?
That ain't none of your concern. You just sit tight at home and stay out of the way. And I don't want to hear any more about going out to sea. Are we clear? And that's all I'm gonna say on the matter. Should be clear now just how much of a danger you are to the island. Now get yourselves home and stay put. Seems like that's all we're gonna get out of him. But maybe we could ask Tsuya about what we just heard. She might be able to tell us more.
Maybe we'll be able to get Grandma to say something. Oh, you know, I keep forgetting to look around. I forgot about the birds. I just remember the bird stickers. When I get a chance, I need to look around. Well, I guess maybe it hasn't given me the opportunity, to be fair, because I've just been kind of going through the conversations. I don't know. I'll just keep it in mind. Remember to look for the birds.
Oh? Was there something else you needed, Yuza?
Yeah, because I can't, like, look around right now. Mom's curse. By the way, Gran, we just went to talk to Mr. Wakamura, and there's something we wanted to ask you about.
What was that? My hearing has been a bit off recently, you see.
Please don't say that. A lot of Ama divers have ear problems, so it's not really a laughing matter.
Someone has no sense of humor.
So, do you know that everyone thought Mom was a raging curse... Oh, sorry, raging waves curse bearer?
Wow, I'm impressed you managed to say that without stuttering.
No, I didn't say it without stuttering. Oh, God. She got me there. So you have heard of it before?
Oh, drat. Me and my big mouth.
He said Mom was descended from the ones who first called forth the curse, or something like that. That's why everyone is so concerned with what I get up to. Is it true, though?
Well, if you know that much, I suppose I can tell you two the truth. If I just rest up a bit, I'll be up and around again in no time. I want the two of you to come to the southern bay later, once the sun's gone down.
Right. Thanks, Gran. You can't tell us about it now? That's what I'm thinking. Like, why do we have to go somewhere?
I think it'd be easier to show you what I mean.
Oh. Okay. We'll be at the bay at sundown. If you're not feeling up to it, don't push yourself, okay? Alright, let's keep talking about Mom's curse, though.
No need to rush now. I'll tell you everything later. You'll want to prepare yourself for this one.
Okay. Alright, now in conversation. We're going out again for a bit, Gran.
Got it. You two take care, okay?
Okay. So now should I walk around the town again? Let's go back to the jetty. It's been a while since I've been there. Maybe something will be going on there. What's that one girl? Kikuko. Oh, looks like Kikuko's back. Want to try talking to her again? Yeah, let's give it a shot.
What now? I've had my fill of shady rumors for the day.
Or what now? Maybe that's how she's saying it.
I've had my fill of shady rumors for the day, okay? If you want to talk, let's talk about something fun instead.
Something fun? Got any ideas, Yuza?
Well, how about this?
Whoa, lots of options. Curse the Raging Waves, boxes, working as an Ama diver, underwater gathering tips, foreign visitors, missing Ama diver. Missing Ama divers is not a fun topic. She said something fun, so none of this sounds fun. Maybe the foreigners could be interesting to talk about, but maybe she would want to talk about underwater gathering tips because she's an Ama diver as well. So that's maybe the closest thing to fun. Do you have any tips that might help with diving?
Hey now, that's basically asking me to give away company secrets for free.
No, I didn't mean anything like that. Just the basics would be helpful.
The basics, huh? How about this then? Sometimes your foot can get caught in rocks while you're swimming. You should always stay aware of your surroundings.
Ah, so being too focused on your catch can get you into trouble. That makes sense.
If you swim hard enough, you should be able to free yourself. So don't panic too much if it happens, okay?
Interesting. I wonder if that's something that can happen to me down there. That's never happened. Thanks. I'll be careful. If I'm ever allowed to go diving again, that is. Where's that at now? Aim for the recall. Oh, beware of the dangers of the sea. Sea is a dangerous place. There's no way of telling what dangers lurk in its depths. Be careful to avoid suspicious-looking places. If your foot gets stuck between rocks and you can't get out, keep swimming to free yourself. Yeah, use up all of your energy in your air and drown. It's almost what that sounds like to me. All right, let's see. She's willing to give more tips, so let's click on that again.
That's all I've got for now.
Oh, maybe not.
If you want more tips, try asking Suyu.
All right, we did that already. Next funnest thing would be... I mean, we were just talking about gathering tips, so maybe working as an Ama diver just makes sense to segue into that. So let's go to that. Then we'll get to the juicy stuff at the end. Did you go diving today as well, Kikuko?
No, you mean the whole thing about how we're supposed to stay out of the sea? No one I know is paying attention to that. I took a boat out into the bay from the northern shore, but didn't end up with much to show for it.
The North Sea, huh? Did anyone go with you?
No, I went by myself. Why do you ask?
Man, it seems like a really dangerous thing to do alone. I feel like any diving scenario, you should probably have someone like spotting you, you know? I mean, what do I know? I live in the middle of a country, a landlocked area. So I guess I wouldn't know, but I would want someone to be there just in case something happened, you know? No particular reason, just taking notes for later.
I see. You're really serious about becoming an Ama diver, huh? It'd be a real shame if you couldn't become one with that enthusiasm. I'd like to help, but the timing's really not the best right now.
It's okay. Any information you can give me is help enough.
Sorry. I'll help out when things have died down, okay?
Alright, there's still more there, so let's keep going.
By the way, Yuza, how much practice did you manage to get in today?
Enough not to be a complete beginner anymore, I think.
Right on. You definitely have potential. That much is for sure.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. You can tell all that just by looking at him.
Hey, I thought of a way I can show you my support. If you manage to get a high score of 2,000 points in one diving session, I'll give you a special prize.
Whoa, isn't that great, Yuza? What was your highest score today again?
Let's see. I think it was 324 points. Oof, I'm afraid you weren't quite up to snuff. Too bad.
I've brought shame to my name as the patron saint of diving. So, I wonder, do I only get the one story node that I get to dive with, I wonder? Because I only have the one. I wonder if I'll ever get to go again. So maybe if I go back to that story mission and I get 2,000 points, then come back to this conversation, she'll give me something? It might be worth trying out. Now that we know that we can do the multiplier bonus, that might work out. Okay, let's keep talking to her.
Once you become a proper armor diver, I'll tell you all the good diving spots I know.
Okay. The boxes might be the next most mundane thing. So let's knock that out, and then we'll go to like foreign visitors, missing armor divers, and then curse of the raging waves, I think. About those boxes we helped you with just now, was that the delivery everyone was expecting?
Yep, that's the latest Kamishima merch, hot off the presses.
I thought so. What do you have this time?
You want to know?
I'll bet Azami's keen to find out. He's always wearing that t-shirt. He's got some merch right there. Rockin' the merch. Sure am. Gotta show the world how much I love Kamishima.
Tourists seem to love that shirt too. You wearing it all the time should make for great advertising. Anyway, the latest addition to our souvenir lineup is this.
What is that? It's supposed to be like a rice paddle, or oh, maybe it's supposed to be like a little fan or something. A hand mirror? Oh, is that what it is? It's just turned upside down?
Bingo. I specifically made a specially made hand mirror with a Kamishima, or Kamishimaru, I forgot, it's the mascot, design on the back. Kamashimaru. I think Kamishima is something about like a turtle island or something, because they think the island looks like a turtle when you look at it from a distance. So, what do you think?
It looks great. Why did you go with another hand mirror, though?
Well, mirrors are a pretty prominent symbol of protection for sailors. Comes from the hope that the sea will be as smooth as glass, I guess. There are even regions where mirrors are used as offerings to the sea god.
Oh, that's cool. With all these people living on the island and surrounded by the sea, I can see why mirrors are seen as symbols of good fortune here.
And it's small enough to fit in your pocket, too. It's both cute and practical.
Wow, you really thought of everything, huh?
I've actually been handing these out to Amma divers around the island since yesterday. I told them it was a charm and that they should hang on to it for good luck.
Oh, so everyone has one? That's kind of nice. Another way to bring us all together. You're an Amma diver now too, right, Yuza? Why don't you take one?
But I... Oh, right. I don't know if it's okay to count you as a diver, given what happened earlier. Like it really matters.
Or, like it really matters, we've got plenty, so you should take one too. I'm trying to think of how I would say that.
Like it really matters. We've got plenty, so you should take one too.
I guess she doesn't really believe in all that hoopla. She's just like the person that's like, you know, if everybody's getting mad at you, you should just try to appease them, because you're just going to make your life hard if you just keep going against them. Thanks. Sorry for the trouble. Hand mirror acquired. Okay. I wonder if the mirror could be used to, like, if you show the mirror to one of those, I can't remember what they're called, but there's these fish with human faces, and there's some sort of, like, lore that they appear and they try to, like, hand you something, like an abalone or whatever you most desire, I guess. And then if you take their hand or try to take it from them, they grab you and pull you under. And I wonder if it's something like that. Like, if you show them the mirror, then maybe that would do something? I don't know. Trying to get ahead of the story, obviously. My bad.
It's no big deal. I don't want you to feel left out or anything. I guess that means Azumi's getting one as well. Here you go.
Wow, really? I'm always down for some more Kamashimaru merch.
Sure thing. Keep it safe and sound in your pocket. And maybe it'll keep you safe too.
Okay. Oh, now we have a new one, Kamashimaru. Well, that sounds like a fun thing to talk about. So let's go with that. Pardon me. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering for a while.
Yeah?
Were you the one who came up with the idea for Kamashimaru, Kikuko?
Nope, I can't take credit for that one.
Oh, right. I forgot you didn't know, Yuza. Know what?
At one point, the local youth organization was trying to come up with souvenir ideas for tourists. Tsukasa stepped up and suggested creating a mascot character for Kamishima. She even drew the design for it.
Nice, Tsukasa did it.
Mascot characters are all the rage nowadays, you know? There are even mascots for the World Expo and the Japan Games.
Yeah, it seems like Japan, like in real life, has a lot of mascots. I always thought that was kind of like a cool, charming thing about their culture. It seems kind of fun, you know? I don't know, maybe it's just that I like their mascots more than the mascots we have here in America, too, because it's not like we don't have some here, but they're just different, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I see. So Tsukasa drew this. I only heard about it after the fact, too. I didn't know she was so good at drawing. It's not just a cute little turtle. The unique look and its face makes a big impression.
Yeah, the old guys here didn't seem too sure about it at first, though. But thanks to Azumi's fervent endorsement, it ended up making the cut.
I just didn't want Tsukasa's design to go to waste, you know? She put a lot of effort into it.
I think it's a great mascot, too, for what it's worth.
Yeah, interesting. I'm glad I asked. Kameshimaru. A mascot character created especially for Kamishima as a part of a local youth organization's effort to boost the island's economy and strengthen the community. The design selected for the project was envisioned by Tsukasa Awao. Yeah, Awao. I think I looked that one up. A local high school student. It's cool. I guess it's like the keychain version kind of thing. Almost looks like stained glass type of thing, or like imitation stained glass maybe. As a symbol of Kamishima, it can be seen as a wide variety of merchandise sold in shops on the island, including keychains, flags, and hand towels. A surprising number of tourists have found themselves charmed by the turtle character's peculiar sleepy expression, enough so that its merchandise is often in short supply. Oh, I never really realized. Yeah, it's got like its eyes are, it's like half closed, so it does look very sleepy, doesn't it? Huh. That's kind of funny. I didn't even realize that. Interesting. Sleepy turtle. There's more we can talk about it. Let's do it.
There's a bunch of Kameshimaru merch now. Keychains, notepads, you name it. If you want any, just let me know.
Okay. Let's talk about the boxes again.
Everyone else was really happy to get theirs, too. Even your grandma seemed to like it, Yuza. Said she'd be sure to use it from now on.
Really? I'm glad to hear it. All right, now foreign visitors. And then missing armor divers and raging waves. Yeah, that's the plan. By the way, have you seen the two foreign tourists? Ugh. Let me just start that all over again. By the way, have you seen the two foreign tourists that were supposed to be visiting today?
Wait a sec. Foreign tourists? Here? Today? No way! What did they look like? Did they have blonde hair? Were they cool?
I'm not sure. We don't know that much about it. Guess that means you haven't seen them either, though. Yeah, I guess they didn't come this way.
Hey now, you two had better not be thinking of following them around to Gop.
To Gop. I have never heard of Gop. What is... I'm gonna see what it means. Define Gop. Stare openly in a stupid or rude manner. Nice. Am I saying it right? Gop. Yeah, okay.
You don't want them to think you're all unsophisticated louts out here, do you?
Were you just asking whether they were cool or not?
I don't know what you're talking about. But if you see them, you'll come and tell me, right? Right?
Man, she sounds like she wants to Gop pretty hard. Is she like blushing too? Or maybe that's... she's always looked like that. She's got like the darker around her cheeks and nose. Okay, we will. Okay, no, she was blushing. Okay, yeah, because she didn't always have that. Okay. Alright, let's see. It looks like we got more for the visitors.
Man, I sure hope I run into those foreigners before they leave.
She's not even trying to hide what she really thinks anymore. That's funny. She like really wants to meet these foreign people. Alright, how about the missing armor divers? Now we gotta go to the not fun stuff. Have you heard about the 2 armor divers from the mainland who went missing?
Of course I have. They evidently disappeared one right after the other. I guess it's a reminder just how dangerous the sea can be. Hearing news like this is always pretty sobering.
Do you think they were just accidents?
Well, some of the other divers think it's a sign that something bad's going to happen.
I mean, something bad did happen. 2 people are missing. Like, oh, people are missing. I guess something bad might happen soon. It's like, aren't people going missing bad? Isn't that bad?
You should probably keep quiet about this, Yuza. If you start bringing it up, people will get suspicious.
I mean, I get what she means. She's like, something even worse is going to happen, but I just think it's funny that, like, yeah, it's nothing bad's happened yet. We just got missing people. Is almost what it sounded like. That's probably true, yeah.
Personally, though, I think they were probably just unfortunate accidents.
Okay, let's keep talking about them.
I hope they're both found safe and sound.
Curse of the Raging Waves. All right, here we go. Have you ever heard of the Curse of the Raging Waves?
Nope, never heard of it. What is it?
Well, we went to talk to Mr. Wakamoto just now. I'll give her the whole recap.
Wait, so you mean the disaster 5 years ago was caused by some curse, and that same curse is going to cause the same thing to happen again?
So it seems.
The hell is he on about? Trying to pass things off as some occult tripe. Don't tell me you two believe that rubbish.
Well, it did seem pretty believable.
Oh, please. He's obviously feeding you a load of nonsense. I don't know if you two are aware, but there are rumors the old man's been really into this shady sorcerer recently.
A sorcerer?
Yeah, some sort of miracle worker over in Tokyo or something. Apparently, he'll do anything they say. That's probably why he's going on about curses and stuff.
Shotaro did say he's been behaving oddly recently.
Even Shotaro thinks so? Then that's got to be it.
So it's just a hoax? Well, I guess we can just stop worrying about it then. If it's just a hoax.
You shouldn't pay any mind to that hogwash. Besides, doesn't it bother you that he's trying to pin the disaster on some sort of crazy curse?
Yeah, I mean, it would bother me, especially being Yuza. That would really bother me, especially since they're blaming his freaking mom, you know, with like no evidence other than they just didn't know her very well and didn't like her very much. Like, come on, dude. All right, looks like we've hit everything in the conversation.
Oh, is that all? I'll be getting back to work then.
All right, I guess we just keep heading around town and seeing who we run into. Try to find those foreigners. I don't think we're gonna get any more info here. Let's try somewhere else. All right. And we'll try the town clock. Now, Chi's here.
Ah, Chi. You two again. Still wandering around poking your noses into business you shouldn't be. How's about you stop messing around and just give up already? Nothing you do is gonna make me change my mind.
Like, what? Like, we just saw her. Like, can't we just have, like, oh, hey, we're not diving or anything. Can you just be, like, cool, lady? Like, she's so mean. Yeah, she does have a, one of those Kamishimaru, towels on. That's cool.
I'm saying this for the sake, for your sake as much as anyone else's, Mini Coochie Boy. Or Mina Coochie Boy. Try to understand my position, eh?
For my sake?
You managed to survive that disaster 5 years ago. Some would call it a miracle, even. It wouldn't do to see that miracle go to waste, would it? Maybe I flew off the handle a bit earlier. Ended up coming off a bit stronger than I meant to. I can't tell you anything about your mother, but believe me when I say it's best you let sleeping dogs lie.
So she knows something about his mother? That she's not offering up or something? Like, why not? People are so cagey about his mom for like no reason. I mean, maybe there's a reason we just don't know, I guess. Alright, let's see. Let's keep it light at the start. Underwater gathering tips. Maybe she'll give us some. I mean, she probably won't because she doesn't want us to dive.
I said it before, I'll say it again. No diving. My stance there hasn't changed a bit, you hear me?
Damn. Guess that's that.
By the by, where'd you go diving today?
Well... Yuza wanted a particular spot, so we went about 5 kilometers south of the island.
Say what? What were you thinking diving in the Southern Sea of all places? You've got even less sense than I thought. You know full well that everyone avoids that area because of the disaster 5 years ago.
Yeah, I know. But Azumi and I both lost family in the disaster too. Wanted to take the chance to pay our respects. Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with that, Chi. Come on. Like, that's like a completely like good reason, I feel. Go to the site of where they died to pay your respects.
Well, I can't say I don't get how you feel.
There we go. Thank you.
That strange rumbling I told you about is coming from the south. Just do me a favor and stay away from the sea, all right?
All right. Oh, man, we still got more there. Let's see what she says. It's probably just going to write me off.
Ain't gonna get nothing from me there.
Guess I thought. All right. Okay, we go on foreign visitors. Almost forgot to ask. Have the 2 foreign tourists come by here at all?
Sure did. Saw them just now, actually.
What? Do you know where they went?
Looked like they were headed up to the lighthouse, from what I could tell.
The lighthouse, huh? Gotcha. Files updated. Maybe that'll be a new location we can go to. A lighthouse on the eastern side of Kamishima. Sorry, what's that? Whew. The narrow passage between Cape Irago and Kamishima has long been known to be difficult to navigate, particularly at night, so much so that it has been featured alongside the whirlpools of Awa in Ondonoseto Strait in sailors' songs about the most feared waterways. Following its construction in the Meiji era, spurred by reports of warships striking reefs in the area, the lighthouse has continued to stand watch over the waters of the island, ensuring the safe passage of all who travel them. Okay. Alright, foreign visitors again.
Don't go following them around just because we don't see many foreign folks around these parts, you hear?
That's funny. Everybody seems to like want to interact with them, but and then they're like, yeah, but we probably shouldn't. Missing Amadivers. Gee, we heard that 2 Amadivers from the mainland went missing in some sort of accident.
You heard right.
Do you think that's a bad omen as well?
I do. I'm well aware just how dangerous the sea can be, but 2 divers getting caught up in accidents and going missing one after another, that tells me there's something off with the sea itself.
Something's going on in the sea around these parts. Mark my words.
Okay, Curse of the Raging Waves. Is this about how Yuza's mom caused that curse? The Curse of the Raging Waves or whatever?
So you already know. Heard it all from Shinobu, I'll wager.
Do you believe in that curse, Miss Chi?
Of course I do. At the very least, I know it's not some old wives' tale. I'm not saying you have to believe it too, though. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to talk bad about the woman or anything. But there was obviously something up with Mare Minakuchi 5 years back. She's always seemed anxious and on edge. And then the disaster struck. Might be I'm just reading too much into it, but I can't shake these doubts of mine either. We all done here? You two should leave dealing with island matters to Shinobu from now on. Keep your hands down and stay out of trouble, you hear?
Yeah. Well, that was something. She isn't a bad person at heart, but she sure is stubborn. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we can go to the lighthouse now. But let's go to the Torii real quick first, see if there's anything going on here. Assume the girls are gone. Guess no one's here right now. Yeah, let's try somewhere else. Okay. Lighthouse it is. Here we go. Let's find these foreigners. See what they're up to. Yep, I was right, though, that the foreigners did include the little psychic blonde girl. Oh, looks like we found them. Yeah, they're like 3 feet from you. That does look like them, all right. Excuse me? You rang? Do my eyes deceive me? Could these young islanders have come all the way here to talk to us? Welcome. Welcome to Kamishima Lighthouse. There's not much here, but please make yourselves at home. Thanks for having us? Why is he the one welcoming us? That's kind of what I was thinking. It's like, wait, aren't you the visitors here? What?
It's because most people here have been avoiding him. He's excited someone finally wants to talk.
Oh. Anyway, we were wondering if you could spare a moment to talk. Wait, before you do, shall we play a game? I want to guess why you've come to talk to us. May I? Sure. It's probably safe to assume you know we've been making the rounds here asking questions. Indeed, it was most likely hearing such news that incited you to climb all the way up here to meet us. Which means... I've got it. We've almost certainly done something to offend the good people of the island, committed some manner of ill-mannered faux pas. You must have come here to tell us that the lighthouse is off limits to everyone except authorized personnel. Actually, no. This guy is goofy, dude. I like him, though. The bitter taste of failure. And thus does my stint as aspiring detective end in ignominy. I'd say that whole show was kind of social faux pas, at least.
Don't worry, he's always like this. He'll bounce back in no time.
I see. You must be pretty resilient. Since you didn't guess right, do you mind if I continue? Oh-ho! Asking my permission, are we? Well then, by all means, permission granted. Thank you. Yes, my name is Arnav Barnum. You can call me Avi as a sign of our newfound friendship, and also because I like it better. Arnav Barnum, tourist. Seems like a nice guy. Okay then, Avi. Such a pleasing ring to it. And what can I do for you, young man? Would this girl be your daughter? Not quite. Miss Cersei? Miss Cersei Lunarlight here is a distant relative of mine.
Yes, Miss Cersei Lunarlight would be me. Nice to meet you.
I'm Yuza Minakuchi, a resident of Kamishima, and this is Azami Kumoi. Nice to meet you. Yuza and Azami, eh? The pleasure's mine. Wait. Minakuchi? About them, reason for visiting, about them. Oh, so we piqued your interest, have we? I'm a fantasy writer by trade, with a reach spanning the Atlantic, from Bonnie, England to vast America.
Not that any of his books sell at all.
That's right. For some reason, no one buys my novels. Quite the mystery, no? Alas, a fantasy writer has no need for mysteries. What's that? I earn more as an occult writer, so that might as well be my main job now. Humbug, I say. Stick a sock in it and mind your own beeswax. Wait, is he having a conversation with himself, dude? Like, who even said that? Is there someone here saying that? I see. In any case, I'm just your average free spirit. Footloose, fancy-free, and all that. What's that? You're wondering if my bohemian nature is the reason I remain unattached and unwed? Nobody asked, dude. Humbug, I say. Stick a sock in it and mind your own beeswax. This guy is a goof, dude. You seem to be enjoying yourself. I am indeed. Why not give it a try yourself? 1, 2, 3. Humbug! I'm good, actually, thanks. Impressive as it is, I concede doing this pose 3 times might have been a bit much. Yes. This guy sure is hard to keep up with. At any rate, I recently found myself with a pressing need to visit your fair country for research. Fortunately, young Cersei here just happened to be studying in Japan and kindly agreed to accompany me as my guide. Your guide? Or your guide? Indeed, she's quite the enthusiast when it comes to Japanese folklore and occult phenomena, and such a pleasure to converse with as well.
Iseshima is a deeply spiritual region, full of sacred places. I had always wanted to visit.
Oh, recollection. Interesting.
We traveled around the mainland before coming here, but this place stands above and beyond. My nose almost started bleeding from the exhilaration.
Recollection. Past recollection chapter available. Arnav Barnum. Question mark, question mark, question mark. It will unlock once all conditions are met. Oh, so we don't... Okay. So we know of it, but we haven't actually unlocked it?
In fact, I think it did a bit.
You must have been really excited, huh? Is this really that special compared to other places?
Of course. It wasn't called the island whither... Wait. It wasn't called the island whither repair the waves from the eternal world for nothing, you know.
The island whither repair the waves from the eternal world. It just seems like a clunky thing to call it. Alright, I'll allow it. The land whither what?
What's this? You've never heard it called that? It said that Yamatohime no Mikoto, the empress of ancient Japan, was searching for a suitable place to enshrine Amaterasu 2,000 years ago. She received a divine revelation that the waves around Ise province came from the eternal world, which led her to establish the Ise Grand Shrine. This eternal world is a separate realm from the world in which we live. Some describe it as a perpetual paradise.
Whoa. Gonna have to slow down there a bit. So, what does that mean exactly? We learned about it in our local history classes, remember? Oh, yeah, I think I remember. Sorta. Basically, Ise is such a sacred place, even the ancient gods took a liking to it, right?
Exactly. It has such an enchanting vibe. Just being here is enough to have my nose gushing all day long.
To have her nose gushing. What a weird turn of phrase. Aha! But the residents wouldn't be feeling too hot if our noses kept bleeding all the time. One thing's for sure, though. You seem to really like Iseshima. As a local, I'm super happy to hear that. Arnav Barnum. Nickname Avi, a fantasy author and occult journalist whose books are published in both America and England. But they apparently don't sell well. Oh, sorry. Unmarried, he has apparently come to Japan in search of mermaids. But he hasn't said that yet. Well, I guess we heard that from somebody else, so that's where that's coming from. Cersei Lunarlight, a young girl from England currently on exchange in Japan. She seems to harbor an ardent interest in Japanese folklore and occult stories. I'm surprised that this is so sparse, because we also learned that she's with the Bureau of Paranormal Affairs or whatever. Maybe I'm misremembering that, but I'm pretty sure she was. Let's keep going with about them. Will you be staying on Kamishima tonight? If you need somewhere to stay, I know a few places.
We've actually already booked a guest house back in the mainland. We'll be taking the last ferry back after this.
No, I guess you don't have much time left then, huh? Alright, so we should get to the reason for visiting. So, what brings you to Kamishima today? I'm glad you asked, young Yuza. We're here hoping to pick your brains about a topic as well. There wouldn't happen to be any legends concerning mermaids passed down on this island, would there? So you really are looking for mermaids? Oh, indeed we are. You know what mermaids are, yes? I refer, of course, to the mythical half-human, half-fish creature. Sure, we know that much at least. Then I may be able to provide a modicum of additional information on the subject. Additional information? Well, you may be aware that the typical Western mermaids is envisioned as having the lower half of a fish and the top half of a human woman. Yeah, like the whole siren picture, we saw that earlier. It's thought that this interpretation has its origins in another sea monster, the sirens of Greek mythology. Their claim to fame is surfing near reefs and bewitching sailors with their beautiful voices. Andersen's fairy tale, The Little Mermaid, is a famous example of this type of mermaid. Indeed, it caused the image to enter common knowledge. Yeah, that's what comes to mind when I think of mermaids too. A typical mermaid, right? I mean, that's what I think of. The Little Mermaid was my first mermaid I ever heard of. Ariel. But the mermaid that appears in ancient Japanese folklore is quite different. This mermaid has only the head of a human, with the rest of the body being a fish. It appears it was seen more as an evil spirit or a yokai in nature. The legend that eating its flesh will grant you immortality also implies that it was seen as more fish than human. Yeah, because you wouldn't eat Ariel. That would be fucked up, right? She's like too human. Sure, that makes sense. People would definitely think twice about eating something that looked human, huh? This isn't to say there's a difference in Eastern and Western interpretations of mermaids, mind you. One could rather assume that there are several different types of creature that can be encompassed in the term mermaid. After all, there were also reports of more humanoid or demi-human mermaids being sighted in Japan in later years. And don't they have, I mean, I know like in fantasy there's also those, what do they call them? The like half snake people. I mean, I kind of assume that came like after mermaids. It was inspired. But I was trying to remember what those are called. They have like a name for that as well in fantasy. Different types of mermaids, huh? Personally, I think lumping the two under the same appellation is a mistake. After all, they're two different creatures that just happen to share the same trait of being half fish, half human. It leads to misunderstandings when conflicting stories get passed down, and then the whole concept gets treated as occult malarkey. I think I see what you mean. Listening to you talk about them, it sounds like you believe mermaids really exist, Avi. But of course I do. After all, I didn't come to research mermaids. I came to look for mermaids. Bum bum bum. This is all very compelling. Isn't it? I think this is the first time someone's agreed with me on the matter. Alright, let's talk more about mermaids, dude. And that brings me to my next question. You wouldn't happen to have any local info on mermaids, would you? Unfortunately, I've never heard of any folklore about mermaids here. I see. That would align with the answers we've received from other inquiries thus far. And it would seem our investigation has branded us as certified weirdos. Most everyone now turns a blind eye to us as well as a deaf ear. Well, it's probably not just because of that. I mean, isn't there supposed to be a huge occult craze going on in Japan right now? I assumed everyone would be jumping at the chance to discuss cryptids. Pretty sure that's just a small group of enthusiasts getting worked up. A very local minority, yeah? I realize that I think I've fused the two voices together. Azumi and Avi are like the same voice. I don't know how to differentiate it now. If you're that interested in the occult, what brought you all the way to Kamishima? Do you have a reason to believe mermaids could be found here? An excellent question. I do indeed. More precisely, I had reason to believe they could be found around Taishima, an island that no longer exists. Taishima? Indeed. I obtained this information through personal research, so I imagine it's not common knowledge. But some say there were 3 mermaids, Sobe, Nagami, and Hayase, living in the seas around Taishima 400 or so years ago. Wait, yeah. 3 of them? And you even know their names? We didn't know that Taishima existed until today. It seems a deliberate discussion was made not to leave any records of Taishima's existence, which would obviously lead one to believe something is being concealed. On that note, did you know that records remain of several other sightings of mermaids in Ise Bay? What? Really? That's right. Legends about mermaids exist throughout Japan, and this region is no exception. In particular, there were reports of mermaids having been discovered in Sioux City and Ise City, both of which border Ise Bay. Whoa, I had no idea. I've jotted down some notes on these legends, so please take a look if you're interested. Let's take a look. Ise Bay Mermaid Legend. The Mermaids of Betshuho. According to the Kokon Chomonju, a collection of notable tales old and new, an anthology of spoken stories compiled in the 13th century, 3 mermaids were discovered caught in a fisherman's net in Betshuho in Ise Province, modern-day Nakabeppo and Kawage Town in Sioux City. The Mermaid of Futamagi... this one always trips me up. Futami Gauda? Futami Gauda. I think maybe that's the closest I get. There are a total of 6 mermaid sightings mentioned in the Kaganiki, the ancient annals of Horyuji Temple, covering the latter half of the Kamakura period of the Nanbokucho period. One of these entries describes a mermaid sighting in Futami, Ise Province, modern-day Futami Town in Ise City, in the second year of the Inbun era, 1357. The mermaid was subsequently named Inmiju, a name composed of characters affiliated with long life. Yeah, there's so many Japanese names in there, I think I lost track of what it was even trying to say. 6 mermaid sightings. One just has a mermaid sighting. In the second year of an era, the mermaid was subsequently named. Okay, so it's just saying that the mermaid was considered to be very old, I guess, with long life. Okay. Ano Town's Yao Bikuni. Although the exact time period is unclear, legends tell of a girl named Osato from Kasawa in Ano Town of Aged District, who became immortal after eating the flesh of a mermaid and went on to become Yao Bikuni, a nun who lived for 800 years. Okay. The 3 mermaids of Taishima. While this information is not recorded in any literature, according to Avi's research, 3 mermaids, Sobe, Nagami, and Hayase, reportedly lived on Taishima, an island said to have sunk about 400 years ago. Interesting. Thanks, this is all very interesting. So which type of mermaid are you looking for, Avi?
Well, it seems a lot of mermaid sightings around Ise Bay were fish mermaids.
Fish mermaids?
But the mermaids sighted around Taishima were apparently the human mermaid sort. So it stands to reason that any mermaids around here would be human mermaids as well.
By human mermaids, you mean the sort that are closer to humans than fish, right?
Indeed. The ones closer to fish, meanwhile, are known as fish mermaids. Or that's what I call them anyway.
I see.
I don't know whether that makes it easier to understand or more complicated.
That gnat just started hitting me in the face. What the hell? In that case, mermaids whose flesh would make you immortal if you eat it would be the fish mermaids then, right?
Another fine question. It is indeed difficult to imagine people eating the flesh of human mermaids. But I personally believe that human mermaids also have the power to bestow immortality on people.
Yeah, as the curse, right? Because that's kind of how we were introduced to that earlier, that concept, is that, like, it was like the human mermaid type, and they curse people by making them live for 800 years.
Oh, I wonder. How about another refresher on myth and legend? Are either of you familiar with a place called Ryugu?
Ryugu?
If it's related to the Ryugu palace that appears in the tale of Urashima Taro? Just so. It could be well considered the inspiration for the undersea palace in that familiar fairy tale. Whoa, I was right?
Tale of Urashima Taro. Trying to make sense of this picture. So it's like a fisherman sitting on a turtle's back. There's people in the background behind that wave. It's a cool picture. I like the art style and everything. That's cool. Yoshitoshi Tsukioka, Urashima Taro, returning home from the Palace of the Dragon King. Excerpt. Adapted from the Tokyo Metropolitan Library collection. Interesting. Long, long ago, a youth by the name of Urashima Taro lived in a village by the sea. One day, upon rescuing a sea turtle that was being bullied on the beach, Taro was amazed when the turtle thanked him by inviting him to Ryugu Palace, the legendary undersea palace of the Dragon King. As a token of gratitude, As a token of gratitude for his kindness. Ryugu Palace was a wondrous place, with a beauty unlike anything found on the surface world. The princess of Ryugu Palace, Otohime, received him with great hospitality. Taro spent his days treated to elegant dances performed by sea breams and flounders, and satisfied by extravagant feasts, spending his days as if in a dream. After spending some time enjoying the luxurious lifestyle, Taro began to miss his village. He asked Otohime for permission to return home, and although sad to see him go, the princess granted his request. As a parting gift, she handed him a mysterious box, a tamete bako, but warned him never to open it. Thinking this strange, but agreeing to Otohime's request nonetheless, Taro accepted the tamete bako and set out back towards his village on Turtleback. Upon reaching his village, Taro realized everything was different. The house he had lived in was gone, and there was no sign of his parents or anyone he had known. But what he had believed to just be a short sojourn in Ryugu Palace had in fact been several hundred years on the surface, and the village and people he had once known were no more. Overcome with despair, Taro turned to the tamete bako he had been gifted in his final grasp at hope. As he opened the box, a thick white smoke engulfed him, and in that instant, the hundreds of years that had passed caught up with him, turning him into an old man. Wow. Why? Why would she give him a box that would just turn him into an old man? I mean, in that situation, I guess it maybe was a blessing in a way, because it's like now he's alone and his village is gone, and so he's got like nowhere to return to. Huh. Weird. Feels like a monkey's paw type of situation or whatever. The Ryu, dragon, surely refers to the god of the sea. It's not uncommon for deities associated with water to be serpentine in nature. This would then make Ryugu the place where the god of the sea resides, the palace of the Dragon King. Huh, I had no idea Ryugu Palace was based on something else. Ryugu is known for being home of the priestess who attended the god of the sea. These women are collectively referred to as Otohime. Oh yeah, Princess Otohime appeared in the tale of Urashima Taro, didn't she? Yeah, but she was described as a ruler of Ryugu Palace in the fairy tale, so she was actually a priestess? A slight embellishment to make for a more interesting story, I assume. Hardly uncommon. There's also another interesting theory about the Otohime and Ryugu. It's said that they were half fish, half human women in appearance. In other words, they were mermaids. No. But what's that I hear you say? That's all well and good, but where is this Ryugu Palace anyway? You want to know? You're dying to know, aren't you? Very well. Then take it away, Cersei.
Ah, right. As a matter of fact, Ryugu is said to be in the exact same place as the eternal world I mentioned earlier.
Whoa, really?
In other words, the sea around Issei, which is said to consist of waves from the eternal world, is in fact the location of Ryugu. And the Ryugu is home to the Otohime mermaids, right? That's right. What's more, as priestesses who live in a land said to be an eternal paradise. It wouldn't be that odd if they had some sort of power to grant immortality to humans. Even in the tale of Urashima Taro, Princess Otohime displayed an ability to influence the physical age of other people using the Tamete Bako.
Ah. I mean, it's not just that, but he must have been, like, somewhat immortal, right? Because he didn't even realize that much time was passing or whatever. Or I guess maybe it was more one of those, like, compressed time things. Or time where he was slower. I guess it could be that. Not that he lived that long, but that more time passed outside of the palace than inside. Okay, so it really was the box that really said it then. Okay, she's right.
If the story has its basis in the ability of mermaids to influence human lifespans, that power of hers makes a lot more sense, don't you think?
I see. So that's why you think human mermaids are able to grant immortality even without eating their flesh. Oh ho ho, you see. Intriguing, is it not? But how would they even get to Ryugu? Or how would you even get to Ryugu? He said. Aha! What creature was responsible for bringing Urashima Taro to Ryugu in the eponymous tale? Eponymous. I don't know if I've heard that word either. Let's look at that one. Don't know if I'm saying that right either. Is it gonna say it? Hello? Eponymous. My bad. Okay. Of a person giving their name to something, or of a thing named after a particular person. Okay. Eponymous. Eponymous. I've never heard of that name. Eponymous. It makes me think of Epona for some reason from Legend of Zelda, but I'm sure that has nothing to do with that. Oh, shoot. I missed that last one. Oh, I can go to the history, right? Aha. What creature? Oh, no, I did say that. Yeah. It was like, what creature was it? That's right, a turtle, or Kame. And what is that name of the island we're currently standing upon? Oh, Kameshima. And there you have the reason for our visit. So it's like this island is the way to get to Ryugu is the idea, because it's a turtle island. That's kind of like a fun way to tie it all together. So you believe there might be some clue as to how to get to Ryugu hidden on Kameshima? Could Kameshima really have some sort of link to Ryugu? Ryugu. Tales of Ryugu, the abode of the god of the sea, exists in every area of Japan. Posited by some theories to be the eternal world of legend, it is said to be a perpetual paradise connected to this world via the seabed that bestows everlasting youth and unnatural longevity to those who live there. Some tales also equate Ryugu with the underworld, the place where the dead journey after death. The tale of Urashima Taro about a youth who was invited to the seafloor palace of Ryugu as thanks for rescuing a turtle, led to Ryugu's name becoming widely known throughout the country. In the story, a princess called Otohime serves as ruler of Ryugu Palace, but Otohime originally referred to priestesses serving the god of the sea, who presided over Ryugu. By the way, Yuza. Yes? You said your name was Yuza Minakuchi, correct? Yes, that's right. Are you familiar with the individual by the name Made Minakuchi? Huh? Made Minakuchi was my mom. She passed away in an accident 5 years ago. I apologize for the indiscretion. My condolences. 5 years ago. You wouldn't happen to have inherited anything from your mother, would you? No. But what do you mean? Why do you know about my mom? Could she have been some sort of connection to mermaids? Well, this is more related to my personal research, so I can't say for sure. Please, tell me! I'm also looking for mermaids. If you know anything, I have to know. Well now, you've certainly grown lively all of a sudden. Let's calm down a bit, Regrettably, the only lead I have is a rumor that suggests some connection between mermaids and Made Minakuchi. A rumor? From where? Oh, you want to know? Well, suppose you would, wouldn't you? Very well. I'll tell you. I heard it from a descendant of the islanders who used to call Taishima home. What? So everyone survived the disaster that sunk Taishima and their descendants are still around today? Long story short, yes. Isn't it fascinating? This particular individual was also the one who told me about the 3 mermaids who were said to have lived on Taishima. I see. By the by, if you're also seeking mermaids, you must have some information of your own, yes? Surely this one-sided exchange of knowledge wounds your good conscience. Allow me to remedy that by accepting any information you have. Dude, this guy's kind of funny. Yuza. Yeah, this is our best lead yet. Let's share what information we can. You see? Oh, so you were saved by a mermaid during the disaster 5 years ago. And you believe the mermaid in question might have been your mother. Yeah, I know it sounds pretty far-fetched. And I know some of it probably comes from me wanting her to still be alive. Oh, no. On the contrary, I find it very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Why, you ask? Why? It's so funny. He's like, ask me why. Ask me why. Come on. There's a rumor about one of the 3 mermaids who used to live around Taishima. They say she took a human form several decades ago and has lived among humans ever since. What? No way. Just like the Little Mermaid? That would fit perfectly with our theory. Ha ha ha! Color me surprised as well. This is my surprise face, by the way. But it would be very interesting if that was the case. Sorry, Avia. I think I'm at my limit. Oh my, that bad, is it? Is something wrong? My apologies. As much as I wish we could talk more, it would appear we're out of time. I'm afraid we must bid you goodbye for today. Now that you mention it, if you're looking to make the last ferry, you probably want to be heading back soon. Wait, this is the most promising lead we've found. If you could stay just a little bit longer. Believe me, I'd love to continue our chat too. But the little lady's been feeling a bit under the weather ever since arriving here, you see. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You're not going to get another nosebleed. If you're feeling that bad, maybe you should stay for the night after all. Thank you. I'm just about holding... Thank you. I'm just about holding the nosebleed in. She's just about holding the nosebleed in. I mean, I get what she means, but it just sounds like a clunky sentence. I'm just about doing it. Or she's just about doing it. That's all she's about.
but I really should get off the island as soon as possible. Ever since arriving here, I've had this feeling that some terrible calamity is approaching.
A calamity? You can't mean... Ah, I forgot to mention, young Cersei here is a bit sensitive to things of in that sphere, if you catch my drift. Oh, okay. But, as reluctant as I am to part ways, we really must go. Many thanks for the information you shared. And never fear, we'll be back tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yuza.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Avi! You rang?
If you happen to find any more leads on mermaids today, could you let me know as soon as possible? Please?
Oh? I didn't expect you to be all that interested. Very well. If I hear anything else, I'll be sure to let you know. If you could give me your contact information, perhaps. Thank you. Man, that sure was a stroke of good luck. I never thought they'd have so much info for us. We managed to learn a lot, but it seems like getting any more information from them today will be a bit tough.
I really need that information by tomorrow, though.
I don't think we've ever found out why he needs it by tomorrow. Like, ever since the beginning of the story, he's been like, oh, but I need to find the mermaid by tomorrow. And he's never told us why, I think. Okay, so we have more information. Where should we go with this information? Should we go back to Suyu? I don't know. I feel like the Wakamuta residence isn't a great place to go. That guy was very upset with us. And what will we have to say to him? We do have some more information, though. Maybe he'd want it? I don't know. Let's go back to Suya first. See if there's anything new we can talk to her about. Oh, yeah, we have to go... She's going to tell us about something at the bay in the evening or something?
Oh, is there something else you need, Yuza?
Is there something else? No, apparently not. Nope, sorry, Gran. Jetty. Let's check these 3 locations again, I guess, first, and then we'll check with these 2 and see if there's anything new. I'm thinking we maybe just need to have like a random encounter again. Oh, this is a little bit different than earlier. Looks like the sun's starting to set. Okay, cool. So this is getting closer to when we're gonna meet Gran. Why don't we go over what we learned so far? Yeah, good idea. First, we learned that my mom was considered cursed by some of the islanders. Yeah, they said she was descended from the person who originally called forth the curse of the raging waves, or something like that. And because he thinks the curse is about to break out again, Mr. Wakamuta is currently trying to find a way to stop it. Not everyone on the island believes in it, though. Kikuko and Shotaro didn't seem to believe in it at all, yeah. We also managed to speak with those 2 foreigners who were looking for mermaids. They sure were full of surprises. And there's also that rumor about mermaids living near Taishima, a nearby island that was destroyed, and that one of them assumed human form. I never thought we'd find something to support the idea that my mom might have been a mermaid. Whatever else we may have learned from this, the mermaid that I encountered 5 years ago may very well have been one of those 3 living near Taishima. We also got some hints about where those mermaids might have come from. Yeah, there's a good chance they originally came from an otherworldly place called Ryugu. If they're in a place like that, I don't see how we could ever get to them, though. What that girl said about a calamity approaching is bothering me a bit, too. There's no way she could know about the curse of the raging waves, right? Do you think that means the curse is real after all? No. Azumi, I just realized something. Yeah? If the curse of the raging waves is in danger of breaking out again, then wouldn't that mean its curse bearer is still around today? Oh, damn, you're right. But your mom is, well, not with us anymore. Mr. Wakamura seems to think I wasn't the direct cause of the curse reappearing, too. Yeah, he'd probably be coming down on you even harder if he thought you were. So the person responsible would be someone who wasn't here 5 years ago, but is here now. Well, assuming the curse is real anyway. Yeah. Still, I really do wonder if my mom had some sort of link with mermaids. I hope whatever Gran has to tell us sheds some light on things. You mean what she's planning to tell us at the bay tonight, yeah? What's wrong? There's a bunch of noise coming from Chow Street. I think I heard screaming. Let's go. Oh no. Oh god.
Why? Why?
What happened? Oh my god, what happened? Something really bad's gonna have happened. Is Sato okay? She's the only one we haven't seen of all these people. What happened? What's wrong? Tsukasa, what's going on?
I don't. We were just... But then Sato just...
Yuza, look over there! What? Ah! Oh my god! What happened? What happened to Sato? What the fuck, dude? Sato? There's blood everywhere. What happened? She's not moving. Don't tell me she's dead.
Sato just suddenly... We were just... But then she got cut down.
Whatever it was, we gotta get her to the clinic. Wait, what's happening?
Whoa. Sato, her wound is...
Oh, she's gonna be one of those immortal people. She's been cursed. The wound is gone?
Ah, Sato!
What the fuck, dude?
Sato, are you okay? Sato?
Say something, girl. Why did she get cut? Whoa. What the fuck? Named Osato from Kawasan. Osato. What the whoa, what the fuck? What? Hold on. Wait, what was that? Was that Sato's profile? It looked like the game was trying to tell me to look at a certain thing in here. Ah, but I didn't quite get the thing. Is it just in the files? Maybe if I see it again, I'll recognize what it was showing me. Was it in the legend? Yeah, it was this one. Ano's Town Yao Bikuni. Although the exact time period is unclear, legends tell of a girl named Osato, which her name is Sato, from Kusawa in Ano Town of Age District, who became immortal after eating the flesh of a mermaid and went on to become Yao Bikuni, a nun who lived for 800 years. So is that Sato is this person? Whoa, that was crazy. I really like the way they presented that. Wow. That was cool. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got to make sure Sato's okay. Oh, and we will get this at some point once we get all the conditions met for it. So Arnav is his own thing. And so that's why Sato is the character, not Tsukasa, because she's apparently an immortal. Wow. Gnarly. So far, that's the only underwater gathering I can do. I'm really wondering if I get 2,000 points there, what Kukiko would give me. But I won't bore us with doing that. We'll continue on. Time to meet up. So wait, now we're just gonna meet up with Gran still, but what we just saw, dude, and like we all saw it too, like everybody was there. Wow, okay. I'm still reeling from that. Time to meet up, let's do it. Okay, Sato Shiranami was mysteriously cut down, yet moments later she resurrected before her friend's very eyes. As confusion engulfs the island, Yuza and Azami head out to meet Yuza's grandmother, Tsuyu Minakuchi, at the appointed time and place. Man, so we just walked away from that. I feel like if I saw something like that happen, I don't honestly know what I would do, but I feel like I wouldn't go visit my grandmother on the beach. I don't know. I feel like I would be like obsessed with what the fuck, like finding out what the hell I was just looking at. Wow, okay, here we go. This is why I like these games. I think the storytelling is usually really fun. Several hours later. Sorry to keep you waiting, Yuza. It's nearly time to meet up with Tsuyu, yeah? Let's head that way. Right. To the bay! The whole island was in an uproar after that. We didn't even get to ask Sato what happened. Yeah, apparently she shut herself up in the room after the Wakamuras and hasn't come out since. What the hell was that, though? And how'd she even get hurt like that in the first place? Like, that's honestly the thing that I'm most interested about. Like, she, like, randomly had a cut? Like, I don't know. Interesting. I wonder if it's part of the curse or I don't know. We'll probably find out later. Some of the islanders were kicking up a real fuss, saying that Sato isn't human, that she's something evil that should be chased off the island. I mean, she could be the curse bearer, right? Because didn't she just show up like a few years ago or something? So she's kind of like a new person on the island, so I don't know. Maybe. But everyone settled down after Mr. Wakamura stepped in and promised to handle it. Everyone on the island's probably heard about it by now, though. It'll be all anyone can talk about for a while yet. I mean, can you blame them? First of all, it's the 80s, so it's not like we got the internet. So what are we gonna do besides talk about the crazy thing that happened in town today? Did you go back home afterwards, Yuza? No, I stayed out to do some digging. Gran wasn't at home anyway. She hasn't recovered enough to be able to move around that much, though, so I'm pretty worried. Yeah. You think our promise to meet with her at the bay is still on? Let's go see. And she wanted to show us something here too, which will be interesting. Is she going to turn into a mermaid? I mean, that wouldn't make any sense because she's from his father's side, I'm pretty sure. Oh, good, she's here. Or no, that's Azami. Oh, good, she's here. Gran, is your leg okay? Oh god, this zoom is making me feel like something bad's gonna happen. Gran? It's me! Oh, I thought she was gonna turn around and be like bloody or some shit.
Oh, you two came after all. The waves were so loud I couldn't hear you for a second.
What are you doing over here, Gran? Or over there?
This is where it's hidden.
Hidden? What is?
What Mare, your mother, left us.
My mom?
Yes, so, Yuza, have you heard of an island called Taishima?
Taishima? Oh, what the fuck? Huh? Oh my god, now it's... Okay. Whoa, I think we just figured out what the fuck got Sato. Holy shit, dude, shit's going down. It's that part of the game now. Oh my god. Hold on. I think I'm starting to get maybe chills from the game and my fan is too cold. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? Gran? Why are you just like, Gran? What's up? You're all covered in blood and you're like cut, but what's up? What's good, Gran? What the fuck? Dude, these games are crazy. Gran! Tsuya, what's wrong? She's hurt bad. We have to stop the bleeding. Nah! Kukiko's here too? Oh my god.
What are you two doing over there?
Kikuko, this isn't what... She just suddenly...
Is that Tsuyu? No. You couldn't have...
Nah! Wait! Shit, she's totally got the wrong idea. It's too late, Gran. She's got no pulse. The wound's too deep. It almost cut her clean in half. She never stood a chance. I'll go get someone. You stay here with Suyu, Yuza. No, it's all right. I'll come with you. No, why would you come with it? I feel like, wouldn't you want to stay there? Because something weird just fucking happened? I mean, almost actually, I don't know. Now that I think about it a little bit more, maybe I wouldn't want to stay there because your grandma was just randomly nearly chopped in half. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. Help! Someone get the clinic doctor! Oh my god, there's another person! Oh my god, dude. This is Old Lady Nakamura? What the hell is happening? I hear screaming from down there too. Come on, let's go. Dude, what the fuck? Chi as well? Dude, oh my god. Everyone's dying. Are they all gonna come back like Sato did, or? No way, even Chi? Someone help! 2 more people collapse over there! What's happening? Help me! I don't want to die! Damn it. There are too many victims. We aren't going to have enough people to help at this rate. There's some ghost samurai going around just fucking chopping people in half, dude. What the fuck? There are more over here, too. Oh, Kukiko? Is that who that is? Oh my god, no! Why is everyone we've ever talked to is being cut down? What the hell is happening? Is that Kukiko? It got her too? Someone tell me what's going on. What's with these gashes appearing out of nowhere? This isn't right. There's no way this is normal. Is it a virus? Or was there really a curse? Dude, this has to be like a bad timeline. Those affected by the phenomenon died instantly. Oh my god, the strange calamity that had suddenly descended on Kamishima plunged the island into a panic. With no knowledge of the curse or reason, there was nothing that could be done to prevent it, and the massacre continued unabated for a time. Oh. The survivors were seized with fear. Some ran to escape, some simply broke down, some flew into a wild rage. A frenzied chaos swept over the island. A short while later. Dude, what the fuck? And why were we spared? Like, it's like, what, like, how is it choosing? Because I thought at first that it took Gran because she was talking about Taishima Island. And maybe these ghosts seem like maybe the people that were like the raiders that killed everybody on the island or whatever. And that, so it's like their ghosts are going around killing people on this island maybe? Dude, I don't know. This is fucking crazy. At least we were able to meet up with Tsukasa. But what the hell's going on? The whole island's in an uproar. Everyone's so panicked we can't find anyone who could talk straight. Who could blame them? No one knows who will be affected next. It's probably best we hide here until things settle down. You okay, Tsukasa? No, I have no idea whether my ma's safe or not. And I wasn't able to find Sato either. I'm so worried about her. Old man Wakamura said he'd handle things, so I hope he's managed to make it back home at least. Hey, do you think Sato's wound healing up like that was anything to do with what just happened? We've held off prying into Sato's past up until now. But maybe that won't fly anymore. Come to think, didn't this whole curse of the raging waves mess start with Sato came to Kamishima? Don't say that! This isn't Sato's fault. She's just a normal girl. I won't let anyone say anything bad about her. Not even you, Azami. Ah, sorry, Tsukasa. I didn't mean anything by it. I wasn't thinking straight. I mean, I never thought something like this was really possible either. Huh? Something like what? Do you have some idea what could have caused this? Well, a little while ago, when we were at Old Man Wakamura's place, some guy phoned and threatened to kill all the women in Kamishima with a curse. Oh, I didn't even realize it. Yeah, it's all women that were dying, right? Wow. I didn't even realize that. But then Tsukasa might die as well. Oh no. Another curse? Who was it? What did they want?
I don't really know. He said something about no mercy, just punishment for anyone who defies him. It was really creepy.
What the hell? All those people had to die just because some guy didn't get what he wanted? Old man Wakamura said he'd do something to stop the Raging Waves curse, but things just got worse instead.
Azami, calm down. It's no use getting mad at me.
You're right. Sorry, Tsukasa. I guess I got a bit heated. Even so, that means those gashes were deliberately caused by someone using a curse, right? So they're the one responsible for all this. Right. Even if the massacre was caused by something supernatural, someone made it happen.
About that, something's been bugging me about this whole thing.
What do you mean?
It didn't seem like the victims were being targeted at random somehow. They were all women for a start, so I was trying to think of some kind of common point that would tie them together.
They were all Ama divers, right? But isn't Tsukasa an Ama diver too, though? So maybe that doesn't make sense, because Tsukasa's still alive. I mean, I guess for now. God, I hope she doesn't die. Too many people have died already. That's our Tsukasa, sharp as ever. So, what were you thinking?
Could they have been targeted because they were Ama divers?
Now that you mention it, weren't all the victims we saw on the way here Ama divers? Though I guess most of the women on Kamishima have at least some Ama diving experience. Ah, but they went after Sato first, right? That wouldn't fit. Yeah, because she's not an Ama diver.
Oh, you're right. Sato isn't an Ama diver. I was pretty worried Yuza and I might be targeted as well, but I guess we can breathe a bit easier now.
We still don't know what the conditions are, though. None of us are out of the woods yet. Wait, the victims were only women. Ah, could the killer have been using this to find their targets? But that would mean the culprit is...
What's up, Yuza? You figured something out?
Oh no! What the fuck? No!
Huh?
My boy Yuza, dude? His head just get chopped off? What? Yuza, your head! It's...
No!
Dude, what the fuck, dude? This fucking game! Dude, storyteller, what the fuck, dude? Help me out here, man. What the fuck, dude? So it's like, it feels like, I don't know, because it sounds like he was onto something and then he got his head chopped off. That's kind of like his grandma was just talking about Taishima. So I wonder if it is like when people get close to the answers of something, they get attacked? Dude, holy shit. Well done in your efforts thus far. I regret to say that it seems the mysterious attack that befell Kamishima has resulted in Yuza Minakuchi quite literally losing his head. There's nothing more we can do here, so let us bring this chapter to a close. For now, we will return to the story chart, where you may proceed with a different route. I wish you the best of luck on your journey. Dude, what the fuck? Yeah, we gotta prevent that from happening, dude. That had to be like a dark timeline. Okay, now we can do that guy. We can do Arnov's stuff, but I kind of want to see what's up with Sato. Sacrifice is what this one's called. Dude, holy shit, that was so heavy, dude. Oh my god. What the fuck, dude? I'm still reeling from that. That's crazy. Oh man, okay, sacrifice. Sato Shiranami. Sato Shiranami, a mysterious girl with an unknown background who arrived in Kamishima several months ago, returns to the home of Shinobu Wakamura, where she is staying, after having been out all morning. Maybe we'll figure out why Tsukasa was crying. Because they saw them at the Tori games, and Tsukasa was crying, but they never told us why. They just kind of ran away.
Mr. Wakamura, good morning.
Oh, Sato, you're back. Where have you been?
Oh, I've been helping out at Suyu's place.
And that thing you got there, did Suyu give you that?
Oh, this hand mirror? I just ran into Kukiko down at the road. She gave it to me.
Fine. No matter. You got a moment? I got something important to discuss.
Oh, all right.
Oh, we can finally look around again. There must be a bird in here somewhere. Check high and low. There it is. Found it. Mockingbird number 10 discovered. He's got a pompadour and a sweet amulet. Oh, these are funny. There it is. Nice. Oh. Hold on. I didn't mean to click through that. Shoot. I was clicking too fast. Is it in here? Where was that at? No. Dude, I have no idea what that was. Oh, I was trying to tell me something about the mockingbirds or something. I mean, it would have to have been here, right? Damn. Shoot, I have no idea what that was. Damn it. I wish I could have read that. It was trying to tell me something. I hate when I click too quickly sometimes, dude. Alright, there's lots of stuff we can look at in here. We should start with a little think. Make sure I got my inner voice stuff set up.
It's been about 3 months since Mr. Wakamura let me stay here. Why would he want to talk first thing in the morning? Usually I'm just left on my own devices. Uh-oh. Maybe it's finally time. He's finally going to scold me for doing nothing but watch TV all day.
Alright, let's see. Surroundings.
Mr. Wakamura, the head of the family, and his sons Shotaro are the only ones who actually, only two actually living in this house right now. Oh, and me, I suppose. I'm just freeloading here. The family's main home has already moved over to the mainland, so everyone else lives over there. This house is only used when they're staying on the island. Mr. Wakamura only comes a few days a week, and Shotaro usually lives alone in Tokyo. So honestly, I've been here alone more often than not.
Wow, what a sweet, like, setup, I guess. You know, she just sees to sit in this empty house by herself and watch TV. More about the surroundings.
This is where Mr. Wakamura grew up. Apparently, it's been kept much as it was. No major renovations. For someone in such a high position, the place really isn't all that fancy. It's not so different from any other homes on the island. People like that about him. It makes him feel more approachable.
Yeah, that makes sense. The kitchen.
The Wakamuras have a lot of social obligations, so they usually eat out. That means the kitchen doesn't see much use these days. I'm probably the one who uses it the most. Even then, I don't cook anything fancy. I mostly just fillet fish. We get fresh seafood often, so I'm getting better at filleting by the day. It tastes so good. It's the entrance to the house. People stop by every day whenever Mr. Wakamura's home. If someone needs help or wants some advice, they often come here to see the Wakamuras.
Telephone. It's got like some sort of fabric covering on it or something.
A telephone with a handmade cover.
Okay, yeah, handmade cover. There it is.
I can't imagine Mr. Wakamura or Shotaro made it, so someone else on the island must have. It's cute. Kinda looks like it's wearing clothes.
Yeah, it does. I think it's kind of funny. Nothing to say about whatever that room is. We have the flag.
It's a flag featuring the island's mascot, Kamishimaru. These were made as original souvenirs for tourists to Kamishima. It seems that triangle pendant flags like this one are a classic souvenir at tourist spots all over the country. This one was apparently put up by Kikuko, who just wouldn't take no for an answer.
I think that could be like a fun, like, thing to have as like a memorabilia from the game as well. Like if you could like get one of those. I guess I could probably like 3D print like a little thing of Kamishimaru. That could be kind of fun to have like on the shelf or whatever, just to remember the game. Maybe I'll have to 3D model it sometime. It'd be pretty easy to model. It's a very simple shape. And just paint it up and put it on the shelf. Is there something else around here? Household shrine.
Despite the house often being empty, the household shrine is always kept neat and tidy.
I think I can make it to where I don't see this guy too. Is that something I can do? No, I thought sometimes maybe you can like look behind the people. Or am I making that up? Maybe not. Alright, let's take a look at him.
This is Shinobu Wakamura. He was kind enough to take me in when I was found here. He holds a bunch of posts both on and off the island, and from what I hear, has a lot of influence. At first glance, he can look a bit intimidating. And I've also heard him shouting at subordinates over the phone, so, well, I guess he can actually be rather intimidating too. But with me, he's never been harsh. He's always very generous and patient.
Alright, let's see that in action. Sato, it's been, what, about 3 months since you arrived?
Yes, that sounds about right.
You've gotten used to life here now, I expect. I don't suppose you remember anything yet?
No, nothing yet.
Still unsure who you are, then. Let's think back a bit. About 3 months ago, the night of the earthquake. Oh, wow, this is how she got here? I happened to pass by the bay, where I found you washed up on the shore.
Right. I still can't remember how I came to be.
Or how that came to be. Scared me good, I'll tell you that. I grabbed a blanket and carried you back here right away. But even after you woke up, you didn't remember anything but your name. You didn't have any belongings either. It was like you had run from somewhere with nothing at all. Not even clothes. Just a naked girl on the beach, dude. What a crazy thing to find. It's like, oh god, that would be scary. I would have automatically assumed she was dead finding her, and that would be very frightening. And then you'd be relieved when you like see her breathing or something, I guess.
I'm so sorry you had to find me like that.
Not to mention that you didn't seem to know a thing about everyday life. Maybe you grew up way out in the hills where you were overly sheltered. You couldn't even put clothes on properly. You didn't know how to turn the lights on. It was as if you didn't know the first damn thing.
Yes, but since then I've watched loads of TV. I've learned so much.
So I guess that's why she likes watching TVs, because she's learning about humans or something, because she must be like a mermaid, I guess, or something.
Honestly, I'm kind of impressed with how fast I've managed to pick everything up.
Either way, I figured you were a special case, that there had to be some special circumstances. So I decided to say you were a relative of mine and keep you here until you remembered something. Yet you still haven't remembered a thing.
That's right. I'm sorry for all the trouble.
Okay, I guess we gotta keep... Or maybe we can think now.
This is the first time he brought up that incident again. I wonder what he wants to talk about.
I was really hoping you'd have remembered something by now. But I'm running out of time. We need to move on.
Running out of time?
Sorry, Sato. There's something I need to do. Or I need you to do, I should have said.
Me? But I can hardly do anything right.
Yes, you. Let's stop dancing around it. I had a reason for taking you in. To put it plainly, Sato, you aren't human, are you?
Huh? What? Where did that come from? What's that supposed to mean?
Whether you truly can't remember or you're just playing dumb, enough is enough. I haven't told a soul on the island, not even Shotaro.
Told them what?
That night when I found you washed up in the bay. You were already dead.
She was dead. Okay, wow.
What?
I've seen my share of drowned bodies before. You had no pulse. You weren't breathing. You were without a doubt nothing but a corpse. Nothing could have saved you. I figured that was that. Turned around to call the police. But then, right before my eyes, your body mended itself, and you started breathing again.
Okay, so that wasn't the first time someone witnessed that then.
The rest is as I told you before. When I said you scared me good, that was because you suddenly came back to life. It's like, I wouldn't have been scared if it was just a dead body, but it was a dead body that resurrected, so then I was scared. It's like, dude, that would just be more scared. I only took you in because I realized there was no way you could be a regular human.
I don't know what to say. Are you saying I can come back to life if I die?
Do you really not know what you are?
Maybe it's like in that movie. The one with the zombies? Maybe I'm one of those.
You don't look rotten enough to be a zombie to me, but honestly, you can call it whatever you want.
Okay, let's think again.
Wait, so I died back then? No way, right? Right? I did wonder why you took me in and treated me so well. I guess if you knew I had died and come back, then the reason you were being so kind was...
Well, yes. I wanted to know your secret. If I could figure out how you came back, it'd be worth a fortune.
Oh, so he could also be immortal and stuff like that, or sell it, I guess? Like, what the fuck, dude? Oh my god. Leave it to a fucking rich guy, dude.
Right, makes sense.
Doesn't mean I wanted to be rough with you. The plan was to let you settle in, and once you remembered, we'd talk.
Oh, that was very gentlemanly of you, thank you.
Well, I did wonder whether that was an one-off thing or something. You could do it again and again.
Oh, sorry, I said that wrong.
Well, I did wonder whether that was a one-off thing or something you could do again and again. I even thought about taking a blade to you to test it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
But if it really was a one-off thing, that would have been too risky, so I decided to wait and see.
But, right. Maybe not quite as gentlemanly as I thought.
Anyway, things have changed now. There's no time to be kind anymore. I'm out of options. This is an emergency.
Yeah.
But I don't want to I don't want this to get ugly. First, I just want you to hear me out, okay?
All right.
Okay, take some time to think again.
Got a bad feeling about this. I really don't want weird rumors going around.
Ever since I was a youngin', I've had support from a certain benefactor. Getting this far in one lifetime, all my money, connections, and success was all thanks to his backing and advice.
Right, that's the other rich guy that I was mentioning at the beginning of the stream. So that's, I guess, part of what he's thinking here is like, oh, he found someone who seems to be immortal. If he can find out how she's immortal, he can sell that to the other rich guy, the old rich guy, I guess. Because he did say that Wakamura was one of his proteges or something like that, I think.
Uh-huh. Why bring this up now?
Be quiet and listen. Those who owe him call him Unkaku Dono, the title given to those elevated above the clouds. That's how highly we regard him.
Elevated above the clouds? Sounds pretty important.
Sure is. He's from an old noble family, a real big shot with land and businesses all across the prefecture. Yeah, it's kind of interesting too, because I feel like there's like a little bit of an extra piece of trivia there, where this old guy's noble family started out as people who sold, what would you call it? Like talismans, I think, like stuff to like negate curses and stuff or whatever. But then when he was like became a man or whatever, he changed his family's business to like real estate or something that made him a lot of money, and so he's made the family like really rich. But before that, they were just kind of like talisman sellers and sort of like that type of thing, I guess. I don't know what better word for it, but I think you get my mean. Sure is. He's from the old noble family, a real big shot with land and business all across the prefecture. Anyway, I met with him yesterday and ended up telling him about you.
About me?
I figured nobody would believe me even if I told him about a girl who could resurrect herself from the dead. I just mentioned it in passing, expecting him to laugh it off and move on. But to my surprise, Ukaku Dono was real interested, asking all kinds of things.
I don't like where this is going.
I haven't even said anything bad yet.
Maybe, but it sounds like you're about to say he wants you to hand me over to him or something like that.
Well, you're not wrong. Yeah, I mean, that was obvious, Wakamuda. I feel like that was very clear where this was going. I owe this guy a pretty young woman who can resurrect herself. Like, jeez, dude. And the fact that she's a young lady does not help. They're like two old guys and she's a young woman. Like, oh, come on, dude. I mean, I get that that's not what this is about, but from the outside, it would probably look that way. Yukaku Dono demanded I give him to you. Or I give you to him, sorry.
I knew it.
He wouldn't take no for an answer, even putting a deal on the table that was hard to refuse. A deal that I couldn't refuse.
But you still told him no, right? I know you're strong enough to tell him no. Okay, your silence is scaring me now. What's that face supposed to mean?
It would seem that Ukaku Dono has quietly been researching immortality for years.
Huh? Immortality?
He's pretty serious about it too. Says even the smallest rumors are worth looking into. Last year, when all that rite of resurrection nonsense was going on in Tokyo, he used the opportunity to gather information. Okay, so this... Okay, hold on. I think the rite of resurrection was the last game. So this is placing the timeline as this was a year after Paranormasight. The, what was it? The 7 Curses of Hanjo or whatever? Something Curses of Hanjo. So that was, their whole thing was the rite of resurrection instead of the Curse of the Crashing Waves or whatever. So that's interesting. So now we have an exact timeline match. Because I was wondering earlier because, oh god, I can't remember his name. The detective from the last game was mentioned by the housewife police lady about how he used to be a part of the paranormal affairs or whatever, but I think he left it. I think that was mentioned in the last game too, that he was like an ex-paranormal affairs, so he knew about curses, but he was just like a regular cop anymore or something like that, and then got roped back into it because of like a villain from like a previous case that he had worked on or something like that. So this is interesting to me as a fan of the series.
I never even heard of that. Was it that big a thing?
If I'd known he was so interested, I would never have brought you up.
So you're saying you couldn't refuse him?
Alright, let's take some time to think.
Just when I thought this conversation couldn't take a worse turn.
Anyway, let's just say I'm in a bit of a situation with no easy way out now. It would be better if there was a way to not have to take a deal, so I pleaded with him to give me more time.
Oh, I knew you'd come through. Thank you.
Which brings me to what I need to ask you, Sato. If you stop hiding things and tell me everything you know, I won't make this harder than it is. I won't make this harder than it has to be.
What? Well,
I wonder... Okay, I'm just going to make like a small prediction maybe. I wonder if the reason why Tsukasa was crying is because she, like, Sato broke the news that she was going to have to go to the mainland to that old guy's place or whatever. Because she's not going to be able to explain to him why she can resurrect herself. So, I don't know. Just a thought. We'll see. Tell me, have you heard people on the island talk about the curse of the raging waves?
The raging waves? That doesn't sound like a very nice curse.
I mean, is any curse very nice, Sato? I mean, come on. I think the word curse implies not nice. So you haven't heard of it. Let me explain.
Wait, so the disaster 5 years ago, that was all because of this curse? And it was created from the lingering resentment of all the people who died in Taishima 400 years ago? If that's true, it must be a very powerful curse.
No doubt about that.
No doubt? Uh-oh.
That's where you come in, Sato. I believe you're the one calling the curse down upon us. You're the Raging Waves curse bearer.
Huh? Come on, you can't be serious.
The timing fits perfectly. Things started taking a turn for the worse right after you arrived. And more than anything, I know you're not human. Just admit it. You're the one bringing this goddamn curse to this island.
Absolutely not. I don't know anything about it. I swear. You've got the wrong person.
I was willing to wait until I understood how you came back to life, but now I'm out of time. Whether you don't know or you're just playing dumb, I don't care anymore. I just need you to get rid of the goddamn curse. If you do, I'll never mention any of this again. You can even keep living here, watching as much TV as you like. I'll cover for you as long as you need.
But I...
Very well, or I can't? Oh, I feel like this is a fork. I feel like I'm gonna have to come back here and make a different decision at some point, just to go to like a different direction or something. Because this seems like a pivotal moment. I'm gonna say very well, because I want to see if does she actually know, and so very well is like, okay, I'll tell you, or something. Let's see. Very well.
Very well. I'll get rid of the curse.
Oh, right. It's for the... Right. She's not telling him. She's getting rid of the curse. Huh. I knew it. How is it done?
Well... I don't know just yet, but I will by tomorrow. I promise.
Bah. If you don't know, then I just can't rely on that. So even the one who brought this curse upon us doesn't know how to lay it to rest. And I suppose I have no choice but to take Unkaku Dono's deal and hand you over. You see, Ukaku Dono claims he already knows how to break the curse of the raging waves.
Oh? Why would he know that?
I've warned him about the curse many times. Suppose he must have dug into it. I suppose you will have to be an offering to Ukaku Dono, one necessary to save Kamishima.
An offering? You mean like a sacrifice? In this day and age? Surely there's a way to save Kamishima that doesn't involve killing anyone. We can find a more humane route.
I mean, how can you kill someone who's like immortal though if she's just gonna come back? I mean, I don't know, maybe he's gonna do something extreme and like chop her to little bits or some shit like that. That'd be fucked up. What's up, Loki? What's up, buddy boy? Loki pup? Good boy. We're at a really intense part of the story, pup. What do you think about that? He says I can hear you talking, Uncle. Good boy. Alright, let's see what happens. You really think he'd just hand over that information while he's got leverage? Use your head. If you can't help, then refusing this method of lifting the curse isn't on the table anymore. That means there has to be a price. That's just how deals work in the business world.
I don't care about the business world.
Come now. You think you have a choice?
Yes? I don't want to give up my body to someone researching immortality. He could kill me.
But that's the thing. There's no need for you to worry about that. You won't stay dead. You'll live through whatever happens, won't you? God, that just seems more fucked up, dude. So now it's not killing her, it's torturing her. Oh my god.
I refuse! have a promise I have to keep, no matter what.
You? All you do is eat, sleep, and watch TV all day. What promise could you possibly have to keep?
Well, I can't say. Not right now.
What nonsense. You're just saying whatever to save yourself. You realize you're choosing to stand against protecting everyone on the island from disaster? Do you really want that on your conscience? Not to mention you're the cause of this mess to begin with. It's time to take responsibility.
No, that's not true. You're blaming the wrong person.
You live here and eat at our expense for months and then refuse one request? Unbelievable.
I'm sorry, I don't know what else to say.
The handover is tomorrow night, the 8th. The transport boat will slip out of the port. Until then, do as you like. And don't bother trying to escape the island. I've told the ferry not to let you board. There's nowhere on the island my eyes don't reach. God damn, dude. Dude is super threatening. Alright, let's have a little think.
No, this is awful. Is he serious? He wants to use me as a sacrifice? I mean, it's true I'm in no position to refuse, but... No, there's no way. What do I do? What can I do?
I guess we can keep talking to him. If I had done this 5 years ago, maybe I could have stopped it. I won't make the same mistake. Okay, looks like we're done talking to him then. Now we can move. Let me just take a little quick glance around, see if anything's changed. I always thought it'd be kind of interesting if, like, you're talking to somebody and at some point in the conversation you, like, turn around and there's, like, a face in the window, like, someone's staring at you. You're like, what the fuck? I wouldn't put it past this game either to do something like that. Yeah, I think we're ready to move. On the move.
I'm going out for a bit.
Fine. Talk to whoever you want. It won't change a thing. No one here will defy my decision. Jeez, dude. That's pretty fucked up, dude. To treat any human being like that would be so fucked. The southern coast.
I panicked and came all the way out here, but... What the hell am I supposed to do? Whatever happens, I still have to keep the promise I made to Tsukasa yesterday.
Hey, Sato! Finally caught up. Do you have a minute?
Totaro? Good timing. I had something I wanted to ask you, too.
Oh, go ahead. Alright, we can look around. Let's try to find a bird sticker. I don't know where one would be out here. Doesn't like have it on him, does he? No. Maybe there's not one in this area. Or maybe we'll slightly change zones in the conversation or something, huh? Okay, let's start looking around. Surroundings.
This wide beach lies on the southeastern side of the island. It's blanketed by the sound of waves. I believe that big rock on the coast is called the Shinjo Iwa. It means something like thousand-fold rock, and it's a bit of a local landmark. The sea's so calm today, just like yesterday. Hard to believe a curse could do anything to break this solace.
That's like pretty good, like water animation of it coming in. It's not like super realistic, but it looks nice. Anything specific? Did I look at the ground? Because that'd be funny if they just had like a sticker on the ground. Or... Okay, no, yeah, nothing on the ground. Okay. Let's have a little think.
How long has Shotaro been chasing after me? Was he just waiting for me to be alone? Shotaro came back from Tokyo about 2 weeks ago to visit his family here. I was already staying at the Wakamura residence, so that's when we first met. Ever since then, he's been checking in on me a lot. Like he's really concerned about me.
Maybe he liked you.
He's not a bad person at all, and I can see why so many people like him. But for some reason, it feels like we come from completely different worlds. Like we see things in a completely different way, or completely different light. To be honest, I feel there's a kind of distance between us as people.
My topic, your topic. Let's talk about his topic first.
Oh, right. So I wanted to let you know. Sorry, I overheard your conversation with my old man earlier.
Wait, you did? How much did you hear?
Pretty much the whole thing, I think. That house really has paper-thin walls. Heard about the curse, the sacrifice, and you coming back to life.
Ah, then, yeah, you pretty much heard everything.
Honestly, caught me completely off guard. Can't believe my old man's going on about all that. It's all so ridiculous. I mean, who actually buys into that kind of superstition? But don't worry, Sato. I won't let him do this. I'm on your side. There's no place for something as ridiculous as sacrifices in this day and age.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Shotaro is on our side. That's good. Nice to have somebody. Oh, actually, we should think after that, I think.
Oh no, he must have heard everything. At least it seems like he's on my side for now.
Okay, let's keep talking about his topic.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. You had something you wanted to talk about too, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so that's the end of his topic. Oh, I guess we'll come back to it. My topic.
I know this is a bit sudden, but I was wondering if you have some time later this afternoon.
For what for? You invited me to something?
Not exactly, just something a little complicated I want to talk about.
Couldn't we just talk right here now?
No, I mean, I still need some time to prepare.
I think I see how it is. You sure this is the time for that, though? Don't you have bigger things to worry about?
Well, yes, but even so, I really want to be there. It's important.
I really want you to be there.
It's important.
All right, I'll be there. Just tell me when and where.
Thank you. How about 1 p.m. down by the bay?
Got it. I'll be there.
Okay, think.
Anyway, this gives me a good chance to keep my promise to Tsukasa.
Anyway, you don't need to worry, Sato. I'll be your knight in shining armor. You're not going to be sacrificed for anything.
Kind of feels like he might have a crush on her or something. Maybe.
That's very reassuring, thank you.
Honestly, in a world with science and as advanced as ours, talk of curses, sacrifices, immortality, it's just nonsense.
I like this guy. Honestly, I was trying to play him off like he's a douche, but he's actually a pretty fucking straight up dude. A man of science. Hell yeah, Shotaro.
I think my old man has finally lost it. Pretty sure it's all the influence of that so-called sorcerer from Tokyo. Honestly, it's disgraceful.
Yeah, it's a bit out of hand.
Just so you know, after hearing all that, I confronted him. Gave him a pretty firm piece of my mind.
Wait, you did? You spoke to Mr. Wakamura?
Sure did. Told him flat out that you weren't going to be a sacrifice or anything. Things got pretty heated after that.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. You didn't have to go that far for me.
Well, you see, I actually have my own reason for not wanting to lose you to some silly sacrifice. Sato,
Yes?
I'll be direct. Once this whole mess is over, would you consider dating me with marriage in mind?
Oh yeah, there it is. Uh-oh. This is not good. Because Tsukasa has a crush on this guy. That's the whole reason why she wants him to meet at 1 o'clock or whatever. Oh, no. The timing and everything.
Huh? Wait, what? You and me? I didn't see that one coming.
You carry yourself so much more calmly than other girls. There's something elegant, almost regal about you. Such a pleasure to see. I feel like I'd do anything if it was for you. You're the first woman that's ever made me feel this way. I think us meeting here had to be fate. We were destined to find each other.
Wow. You don't believe in curses, but you believe in fate?
Touché. But this time, I feel like I have no choice but to believe. So listen. I'm heading back to Tokyo next week. I was hoping you'd come with me.
Wow. Tokyo.
Just think it over, okay? I think it'll be a great chance for you.
Okay, I'll think about it or sorry. I think sorry is the best thing to do for, like, thinking about Tsukasa. I'll think about it is the softer blow for Shotaro. But it kind of betrays Tsukasa in some ways. Oh, man, I don't know. What's the right answer here? There is no right answer. Shotaro's really put us in a fucking pickle. I guess it's Shotaro and Tsukasa put us in this pickle. It's not just Shotaro's fault. I'll think about it. We're sorry. Fuck it. I'm gonna go with I'll think about it, dude. Shotaro's the one sitting in front of me.
Damn, this is not fair. Dropping that on me right after saying he'd help save me. Frankly, I'm not interested at all. But if I reject him here and he takes it badly, I might lose his support.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
I just have to buy some time for now. I need some time to think it over.
Oh, so you're open to the idea, at least. That's great. I'm glad to hear it.
What? What did you just say?
Oh my god, no way. No. She was right behind him the whole time. No. No.
Wait, what? Tsukasa? How long have you been there?
No, didn't know you were there, Tsukasa. Have you been eavesdropping on our secret conversation? That's not very polite.
Secret conversation? So that's really how it is? Ah, Sato, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. No, wait. Tsukasa, it's not what you think.
Mwah! There, okay, this is why she's crying. Now we know. So I guess Sato and Tsukasa are gonna, like, run away together or something, because she's gonna try to, like, chase after her maybe or something. I don't know. Here we go. Oh, no.
I really am the worst. I'm sorry. I was so clueless. Tsukasa, wait.
What the hell was that?
I'm sorry. I have to go.
Shotaro's like, whoa, bro. I can't even take a hint here.
Come on, man. Okay, so there wasn't a branch there. Oh, but now we're shifting everything forward. That's weird. Oh, so this is what it was talking about earlier. Or that thing I was trying to find. Okay. It's interesting that it shifted everything forward like that. Like, now. But it's for the timeline's sake, I guess. So this all happened before anything else had gone through. I don't know. I want to keep going with Sato. But let's see what's this? Oh, okay. This is what I was talking about, the Mockingbirds. Mockingbird relationship chart. Oh, we're shipping them up, huh? And they have some complicated relationships. Best buds, in love, bad blood, and question mark. So these two are best buds. This guy's got a lot of people with bad blood, dude, but we don't have any of them yet. And then these two are best buds with somebody. Dude, like the recorder fucking music is pretty fun. Makes it feel really silly. Oh, I just realized too they're in like groups. So there's like this purple group, there's like an orange group, a green group, and a pink group. I wonder if it's like the parts of the island that they're on too, because they seem to have little symbols. Like here's the lighthouse. So these guys You'll find these ones near the lighthouse. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. What would that be? I wanted to guess the port for some reason, but I don't know what that shape's supposed to be. And that's just like a little building. That doesn't say much for us. And then here's like some nature stuff, so I guess that could be just a general nature area. I don't even remember where I found them all, so who knows. This is interesting though. That's fun. I don't think they had that in the last game. A relationship chart. It's funny how much they like flesh out with all that stuff. All right, Sato Shiranami. Can't say her name. We're gonna go with confession. Summary of the previous events. Shotaro asked Sato to start a relationship with the intention of eventually marrying her. Tsukasa, who happened to be there, is taken aback by what she's heard and runs away. Sato chases after her to clear up the misunderstanding. So this is when they were at the Torii Gate, so we're going to find out what happened after that. So I'm wondering too, so I think we're kind of getting down to why Sato got cut down. And because it must not have been the curse that cut her down, right? It must have been, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is that there's a possibility that maybe someone was trying to prove a point or whatever. Maybe even it was Mr. Wakamura or whatever. Maybe he's the one that does it because he's like, see, she can do this thing. I need to show you or something. I don't know. Or maybe it was the curse, I guess. I don't know. It just like she got cut down and then like hours later, everybody was getting massacred. So it seems like whatever happened to her may have been slightly unrelated, I guess. I don't know. Let's find out.
Why? I can't do this. It's not fair. Hey, Tsukasa, listen. You're okay. There's still a chance. No, there isn't. Why?
Tsukasa? Sato, what's going on?
Well, I'm sorry. I can't explain right now. Tsukasa, come on. We're drawing too much attention here.
I wish I was better at making a sound for that. Now we're going to the old ruins. That's where the kids hang out.
You feeling a little better now? Yeah, sorry. None of this is your fault, Sato. I know that. And now we've missed the meeting time, too. Jotaro's probably out there looking for us. Yeah, we'll find him later and apologize.
Yeah, it kind of changes things, doesn't it? Gotta find a bird sticker, or at least look for one. I mean, this is a familiar location. I'd almost feel like we would have already gotten the... I mean, maybe this is a slightly different angle, though. I don't know. I remember looking at this door, this window. Bird sticker, bird sticker. Nothing over here. But they're usually pretty easy to see once they're on the screen. So maybe there isn't one here. Alright, well, let's go ahead and start looking around. We'll start with thinking. I actually think that's a better thing to start with.
I need to explain to her what really happened today.
Okay, surroundings.
These are the ruins of an old building called the Kantekisho Ruins. People hardly ever come here anymore.
Nothing else about the surroundings.
Tsukasa was in pieces earlier, but at least she seems to have calmed down a bit now. I mean, after something like that, of course she'd be upset. So you're saying that today was the first time he ever said anything like that to you? Yep, I had no idea he would be confessing out of the blue like that. I mean, I get it now. I know you aren't interested in him, but... I guess I really am just a kid. I don't have the confidence to confess like that. Getting married? Going to Tokyo together? That's way too much for me even to begin to think about. Yeah, he just skipped several steps ahead. I guess guys from the city are just like that.
It's funny, just to generalize. Guys from the city, you know, they always just want to get married right away. Like, what? Are you sure it's not just Shotaro? There's also other unique things about Shotaro.
Still, you handled it so calmly. I was seriously impressed. If you say so. You were so calm and collected, I swear. I can hardly believe you're the same age as me. I wish I could stay that calm.
I mean, she's not the same age as you. She's like probably hundreds of years old, apparently. No, same thought.
Although you seem a bit different, too. Did something happen? I only really caught the tail end of your conversation back there.
Yeah, just the worst part for you to hear. That's all she caught. Now, 1 sec, gotta stretch.
Well, yes. Honestly, it's been quite a day. But I was planning to tell you everything. Huh? Tell me what? You're kind of scaring me with that serious look. Well, what I'm about to tell you is going to sound completely insane for all sorts of reasons. But every word of it is true. I need you to believe me, okay? Oh, okay. Scary. So this morning, Mr. Wakamuta came to me. What? I don't even... You can't be serious. You're going to be offered up as a sacrifice tomorrow? And what? Some cursed storm is coming to the island? And you died and came back? Are you actually being serious? Yep. Or at least Mr. Wakamuta is completely convinced that's the case. So Taro said it was all nonsense, but he didn't believe a word of it. Nuh-uh. This is not okay. This is all seriously messed up. You said before you didn't really remember much about your past, right? But claiming that you died? That has to be bullshit. Sato? Why aren't you saying anything?
Oh.
Does she know something she's not telling other people? I don't think I can keep hiding the truth about myself much longer. Yeah, she deserves to know. I should tell her. About me. About my past.
Oh, so there is something she's hiding. Oh, let's find out. Talk about yourself. Talk about Tsukasa. I don't know. I want to leave the suspense a little bit longer. Let's talk about Tsukasa.
So things have gotten a bit messed up now. But I still think you need to tell Shotaro how you feel. You really think so? But he's clearly into you, not me. I mean, I don't think his feelings are just gonna flip once you tell him. In fact, I'd be even more worried if he changed his mind that easily. I guess that's true. That said, letting him know your feelings is the best way to have him realize you're an option for him. I'm pretty sure up until now, he just hasn't been paying attention. He hasn't noticed all the great stuff about you. Realize I'm an option? I'm not so sure that's the problem. You never know. Even if he doesn't respond to you right away, his feelings could always change over time. Just look at you. You're cute. You're smart and you're a great person. You've got every reason to be confident. You're making me blush. It does sound convincing coming from you. I mean, it's not totally... I was totally ready to just throw it out there to see what would happen and all. But now you're starting to make me think I might actually have a shot. Exactly. No need to rush. Just take your time and let both of your feelings develop. Thanks, Sato. You're right. I can't just give up. I'm gonna go ahead and tell him. But you really are good at this, Sato. You must be super experienced with all this. Of course I am. They don't call me a living encyclopedia for nothing.
It's funny, a living encyclopedia when she apparently has lost all of her memories and doesn't know very much. She just watches TV.
Oh yes, Miss Encyclopedia. I almost forgot about that.
I almost forgot too.
All right. Oh no, there's still more Sukasa stuff, so we'll keep doing that. Let's exhaust that.
So did you finish writing the love letter?
Well, I did finish it, but I, ripped it up and threw it away.
Oh, damn.
Don't worry, I'll write another one today. It's probably a good thing I get a redo. The first one was all me, anyway.
Yeah, that's the spirit. I suppose I'll need one more thing, Sato. You'll need to invite Shotaro over for me again. Yep, that I can do. I'll get him to come even if it kills me.
Thanks, but I'd rather you didn't get killed over this.
It is kind of funny that she talks about the killing thing. If it kills her. Just ironic because she can't be killed, apparently. Oh man, more Tsukasa stuff. Okay, keep talking about it.
All right, time to rewrite that love letter.
All right, there we go. You've exhausted it. Talk about yourself.
Hello? Sato, you okay?
Well, I don't know.
All that said, I feel like whatever's going on with you is way more serious.
Yeah, about that. You think we could talk for a bit? I have something important to share.
Whoa, that serious face again. You're kind of scaring me.
So, the truth is, some of my memories have started coming back. Just a few.
Wait, really? That's great. So, what did you remember?
Well, I want to keep this just between us for now. That okay?
Yeah, of course, totally.
Earlier, when you said you couldn't believe we were the same age. You were right. The truth is, although I might look quite young, I've actually been around for a very long time.
Oh, so that's what you've been hiding? I knew something was up. I knew it. So, how old are you? Already 20?
No, a little older than that.
Whoa, I need to guess even higher? All right then, let's make a big jump. 23.
A big jump. 23. Okay. That's funny.
I guess I lied. It's actually a lot older than that. I think, at least.
A lot older? Now I'm not sure where to guess. Wait, you're not going to tell me you're secretly some ancient grandma, are you?
Yep, that's about right.
Huh?
Also, that part about me dying and coming back, there might be some truth to that, too.
Huh?
Yeah, so in other words, I'm actually an immortal girl from the immortal body. Nice to meet you.
Or with an immortal body.
Nice to meet you.
There's no way!
Just stand in silence.
Wait, are you actually being serious here?
Yep, completely serious.
I mean, I always thought you said some pretty weird things. But this one takes the cake. I guess you did always have a kind of strange vibe about you. Hearing this does sort of make sense. But like, how did that even happen?
Well, it's so long ago, I barely remember. Long ago, for some reason, I can't quite remember, I ended up eating the flesh of a mermaid.
The flesh of a mermaid? Oh, I've actually heard stories about that. Eating mermaid flesh is supposed to make you immortal, right?
Exactly. That's the stuff.
No way. So those stories are real.
So you have an immortal body and you've been alive for who knows how long? Yep, that sums it up.
So how old are you really?
Well, I'm actually not too sure. I'm not really the forgetful type, but I think there must just, I think there was just a human limit to how much I could ever remember. Even when living normally, you wind up forgetting stuff from a long time ago, right?
I guess, maybe?
I've only been alive 17 years, so I wouldn't really know. Oh, yeah. The oldest memory I can still remember probably goes back several centuries, at least. Damn, so you really are an ancient grandma. No, I was only 17 when I ate the mermaid flesh, you know. So I wasn't exactly lying about my age. In terms of looks, I'm still a spry young 17-year-old. Well, sure, I can't argue with that. But you're saying you're actually immortal? I think that tops my surprise for today.
My surprise is, I think she said.
You believe me? Of course. You joke around a lot, but I trust you when you say it's serious. Thank you.
Alright, let's have a little think.
Okay, so what do we do next? Let's discuss it with her first. So if you really did become immortal from eating the flesh of a mermaid, then I guess handing you over to some bigwig like Ukaku Dono actually starts to make sense. Yep, if I get handed over to him, I'm pretty sure he'd figure it out. Who knows what could happen? Right. Right? That'd be bad news. No telling what he'd do after that. And if it's the truth, I guess there's no point in making excuses either. Exactly. What about that curse of the raging waves? Is that true too? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's real too. I think I'm somehow connected to that place called Taishima that came up in the curse story. Oh, you are? But even so, I don't think I caused the curse. At least, I hope not. So you're saying you were on Taishima like 400 years ago? Yes, I think so. I don't really remember what kind of person I was back then, though. Even so, I can't believe the old man just straight up said he was going to hand you over tomorrow. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to get out of that. Well, I'm gonna help you, obviously. How about you really do just run away to Tokyo with Shotaro, then? I'd rather not. There has to be a better way. Yeah, even as I said it, I realized I hadn't really thought it through that very much. Let's take this one step at a time. Besides, I don't think the curse will just disappear if I leave the island. Yeah, even if you were the cause, that would mean they could have just kicked you off the island, right? Kind of feels like the old man's just trying to pin everything on you. Yeah, there has to be some reason behind it. Either way, if we could somehow stop this curse of the raging waves or whatever, probably solve all my problems. Probably, yeah. And how are we supposed to stop a curse when we don't even know what it is? I always thought of all the curses and stuff was just occult nonsense. I never thought it could be real.
You know, I was just thinking, maybe that's what Yuza's mother was, because, okay, so Gran was like trying to show us something that she had left. I wonder if it was the curse stone. Because like in the lore of these games, there's usually a curse stone. The curse bearer has a curse stone that they use to actually activate the curse. So maybe that's where that is. I don't know.
Well, they are. Spirits and curses really do exist. No doubt about it. It was only normal to live with them. It was totally normal to live with them way back when. So it surprised me that these days everyone just acts like they're not real. No way. This is all so surreal. Well, I suppose you being here is already past surreal and into the mystical. Or mythical. Guess I gotta rethink that what's normal.
Same thought. Nothing's changed back here. Nobody peeking in on us, listen to our conversation. Keep talking about yourself.
I guess that means our best chance at the moment probably lies in your memory somewhere. Do you really not remember anything about what you were doing before you washed up on the island? No. Well, I now remember what I was, that I was on Taishima 400 years ago. Everything between then and waking up here is completely blank. I'm guessing I might have been asleep somewhere for the last 400 years, or something like that. Damn, how's something like that even happen? You think it's connected to whatever happened to Taishima? Yep, probably. Still, sleeping over 400 years? That's just unreal. Feels like something out of a story. I mean, you fit into our society so naturally, it's hard to believe you're not from the same era. I was quite lost at first, but I didn't want to cause a scene, so I tried really hard to fit in. Everything had changed so much, there were surprises around every corner. It was pretty overwhelming at first. I can imagine. It's like that old tale of Urashima Taro. He came back and centuries had gone by. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, it is quite similar. I'm amazed the tale of Urashima Taro is still being told even now.
Yeah, I wonder if there's gonna be like some box that she can open and then she'll become old and die or whatever, like to like cure the curse, I guess.
But you know what amazed me the most? TV. It was incredible how much I could learn from it. Aha! So that's why you're always glued to the TV. Still, that's amazing. I can't believe you managed to blend in so naturally just from watching TV. Yep, it was actually easier than I expected. Felt more like visiting a country from a different culture than jumping through time. And I guess since I barely remembered anything from my past, there wasn't much to get in the way of learning new stuff. Right. Guess that's why you seemed a bit distant when you first arrived on the island. Oh yeah, sorry I was such a pain. You were just scared, right? You had no memories and were thrown into a completely different era. I was lucky though. Everyone in the island was so kind. That helped a lot. Still, can't believe the old man wants to offer you up as a sacrifice. That's so messed up. I wish you could remember a bit more about yourself though. Are you even a little curious about who you were? Doesn't it worry you? Honestly, not really. I mean, I was probably just another person. Doubt I was anyone special. Don't say that. You never know. Well, either way, we'll just have to make a bunch of good memories for the new you. That sounds good. Even these last few months have been filled with great memories for me. Hang on. I just realized. If you really are immortal, Sato. Every time you said even if it kills me, you kind of left out a part where that's not actually possible.
Yeah, I was just saying that was ironic that she says that all the time.
Damn, you're right. That does sound bad now. What? Wait, no. It's the opposite. It means I'm so determined that I'd risk dying despite my immortality. Uh-huh. So coming from you, it actually carries even more weight. Got it. Phew, I think I spun that one pretty well. You know I can hear you, right? You know what? I actually kind of feel relieved. Even after learning all this about me, you aren't treating me any different. Well, yeah, you're still you. Nothing's really changed for me. Thank you. I'm glad I could tell you the truth. Usually when people find out, they freak out and quickly pull away. I was worried you'd do the same. Yeah, I mean, I could see why some people might distance themselves if they found out. Yuza's ma was totally shunned when people started blaming her. Anyway, don't worry. I won't tell a soul. Your secret's safe with me.
Okay, she keeps thinking the same thing. Okay, cool. Now we have the ones. Yuza's mother. Talk about something else. Yuza's mother.
Hey, you said Yuza's mom was shunned for something? All Suyu ever told me was that she passed away in the Kamishima Southern Sea disaster 5 years ago. Yeah, right. You would know about that. I mean, I guess it's not exactly something you'd share with a guest to the island. Truth is, they pinned the blame for the whole disaster on her. Said it was Mare's fault. What? Seriously? But why? No idea. People just started saying she was some kind of bad omen or something. Sure, she never really fit in on the island, but that was no reason to treat her like that. That's probably why things felt so tense when Yuza came back to the island a few months back. I figured folks were just joking around, so I didn't really think too much of it. That's so cruel, even after she's gone. But you know, it's quite similar to what's happening to you right now. The old man called you the same thing they called her. What was it? The Raging Waves Curse Bearer? Wait, So they say Made was the source of the curse too? That is weird. But what does it mean? Could it be Yuza's ma was actually like you? Like, she was also immortal? Huh?
That just made me think about the desiccated body, because the desiccated body, I think, is supposedly actually Yuza's mom. At least that's kind of like the theory. And maybe she... I'm thinking from that story of that guy who had the box that suddenly aged him and turned him into like a withered old man. Maybe that's what she did. She found whatever it was that released the curse on her, and then she like was instantly desiccated or whatever. Because they found her body in the water, but she was like dried out as if she had died a long time ago. But she must have just died that morning, is what somebody else was saying. So yeah, weird. Maybe that's what's going on there. Some things might be coming together. Maybe.
And maybe she didn't really go missing. It was actually sacrificed to this Ukaku Dono. But Mr. Wakamuta said he won't make the same mistake from 5 years ago. So I don't think that's it. Right, yeah. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Still, I wonder if Yuza and Tsuyu know anything about this curse of the raging waves. Yeah, it's not exactly an easy topic to bring up, but we don't really have any other leads. Let's go talk to Tsuyu. We can ask her about Made and the curse.
Okay, let's keep talking about Tsuyu.
But wait, if Yuza's ma really was the curse bearer or whatever, that means she dragged not only herself and her family, but the whole island to the storm. It's kind of a scary thing to think about. Yeah, I can't imagine she did it on purpose.
I mean, wait, maybe she was doing it because it would have come to the island if they weren't out on the water that day. And so she had to, like, bring people out in the water so that she could have it be like an isolated incident on the water and not something that was happening on the mainland, you know? Maybe she was trying to save people. I don't know.
Maybe at the very least she didn't know about it, but even then, it's still awful. Either way, the outcome was such a terrible one. Nope, this curse bearer stuff has to be total bull. I'm not buying it. Yep, I couldn't agree more. But then where did all these curse bearer rumors come from in the first place? There's gotta be a way to prove they're unfounded. Bet you anything it's that so-called sorcerer the old man's been talking to. Has to be. Maybe we could shake it out of him until they admit it was all made up.
How would you do that?
It's a bit extreme, but if we could pull it off, it would clear things up. Although even if we were to prove you're not a curse bearer, they're still going to come after you for being immortal. I guess so, yeah. They want me because I'm immortal, not just because of the curse. Man, I really want to believe all this curse bearer stuff is just nonsense.
All right, talk about something else. What's the something else?
There's got to be something else we can do. The only other people I really trust around here are Azami and Yuza. If we ask them, I bet they'd help. Would you rather I didn't tell them? I mean, I'm pretty sure they'd keep it secret, but... Yeah, I'd rather avoid telling anyone else. Gotcha. Well then, maybe we could just hide out somewhere until tomorrow? Buy a little time? But where could we hide? Oh. But I'm not sure if that's the right choice here. Not even sure if I should mention it. What is it? Whatever. You trusted me with your secret, so I guess it's only fair I share one too. Oh? You have a secret too? Keep this between us, okay? It's about my pa, actually. Wait, your dad? But I thought you grew up with just your mom. I did. That's why I got curious about who my pa was. Started digging on my own. Didn't have much to go on, but I managed to piece it together. Maybe I've got a knack for detective work. Oh, that's incredible. A detective just like on TV. Anyway, turns out he's a very rich guy from Ise. Apparently way back, my ma used to work as a maid in his estate. Wait, does that mean... You guessed it. I'm his illegitimate child. Oof, that's a tough one. I mean, I kind of suspected it already, so it wasn't a huge shock or anything. Besides, he's been sending child support this whole time, so I'm grateful, honestly. Wow, your life really is like a TV show. Anyway, I've actually snuck out to meet him a few times. You met your dad? All on your own? And that wasn't a problem? Surprisingly, yeah, he was happy to see me. He even said he'd wanted to meet me too. Took me out for dinner a couple of times and all. How nice. But you're smart and so cute. I could see why he'd be proud. I've got no complaints about the life I have now with Ma. I'm not out to shake him down for cash or stir up trouble or anything. He said I'd never told Ma that I met with him. There's still bad blood there, apparently. Oh, that's not good. Nobody on the island knows about this. You're the first person I've ever told. Whoa, this turned into a full-on secret swamp. Or secret swap. I said swamp. Swap. Secret swap. Anyway, worst case scenario, I thought we could maybe ask my pa for help. He's pretty rich. He could probably arrange a place for you to hide for a while. Might help us buy some time to look into this curse. That's quite the connection you have. Thanks for sharing with me. Having a place to lay low would be great, but won't he be suspicious if we don't explain things? Honestly, I'm not sure. We either lie to him or risk telling the truth. And personally, I'd rather not lie to him. You think it's better to keep your secret even from my pa? Yeah, sorry. I'd really rather no one knew. I get it. If word got out, it'd probably stir up a whole new mess. Let's keep that as our last resort then. It was a great idea though. Thanks.
Okay, we could keep talking about something else.
Hey, Tsukasa, I just had a thought. Yeah? What is it? This Unkaku Dono guy, he says he has a way to break the curse of the raging waves, right? Yeah, sounds like it. That's what he's offering in exchange for you, right? Then what if we somehow stole that from him? Oh, bold idea. You mean we fake the trade and swipe it instead? No, I mean, what if I just snuck into Ukaku Dono's place and took it? So we've had our detective arc, and now we're going undercover? Are we spies now? Yeah, okay, that's probably not very realistic. I do think it's a bit of a stretch, but we don't exactly have the skills for intel or a spy mission.
Should we try thinking again? Oh yeah, cool.
If we want to stop the curse of the raging waves, maybe those two we met yesterday can help. Although they didn't seem to have a plan, so maybe that's not a great idea. People also used to call Made the curse bearer of the raging waves, so maybe Suyu will know something that can help. I don't really want to worry her, but we don't really have any other ideas. Let's go talk to her. Still, if there were some way to break the curse of the raging waves, that'd solve everything. Exactly.
All right, so now we've exhausted everything. Okay, cool. So we're going to move.
Come on, let's go talk to Suyu. Yeah, we should apologize to Shotaro too. Oh, right.
Okay, let's see. I guess we would go to the Wakamuta residence to apologize to Shotaro. Suyu's at the Minakuchi residence. Let's go to the Suya. Or Suyu? Did I forget her name already? Is she not going to be here or something?
Hello? Anybody home? Doesn't look like anyone's here. Guess we'll have to wait and talk to Suyu. Let's come back later.
Alright, so Wakamuta residence it is. Let's go.
Looks like Shotaro isn't home. Yeah, no one's here right now.
Is there like another news sticker here, perhaps? Just gonna do a quick scan here. It doesn't look like it. Whoa!
Ah! Oh, it's just the phone. That scared me.
Pick it up.
I'll get it. Hello, Wakamura residence.
Oh, I think I actually have something for this.
You one of the Wakamuras?
Actually, no one from the Wakamura family is home right now. Would you mind calling back later?
Wait, really? Then that means you must be that immortal girl.
Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean. If this is a prank call, I'm hanging up. Something about this tone really irks me.
About his tone.
Ah, so this is where you've been hiding. Look, took me forever to find you.
Who is this?
Haha, my dear Osato. It's been a while.
He knows you?
Wrong number, hang up. I mean, I think we should stay on the line, so I'm gonna say wrong number. I want to see what more this guy has to say.
It looks like you've got the wrong number. Please double check the number and call again.
Whoa, hold it! Don't you hang up on me, you little shit. I know exactly who I'm talking to.
Sounds like he actually knows who you are, Sato. I think that this might be your chance to get some new info. I've got a really bad feeling about this.
So, my dear little Osato, I hear Ukakudono's got his eyes on you now.
You're awfully well informed. Mind telling me who you are?
But all of the people out there, it was... Wait. But of all the people out there, it was Ukakudono who found out? Damn, that geezer's gonna hunt you to the ends of the hell. Haha.
Answer me.
Who the hell are you? Tell me! Whoa, you're really fired up.
Hang on, wait. You fucking serious? You don't remember me, for real? That's real harsh. After everything we had, all that passionate talk about our future together.
Wait, what? Come on, just because I don't remember you doesn't mean you gotta start spouting nonsense.
Heh. You know it's nonsense soon. You'll know if it's nonsense soon enough. And listen, I'm actually the one trying to help you here, you know? Might want to hear me out.
What do you mean?
So, this Ukaku Dono, he's a psycho old man, funneling cash into researching mortality. If he gets his hands on you, you'll be strapped to a table in his lab while he cuts you open alive. He'll sit there watching you as you die and regenerate, all as a part of his fucked up experiments. And once you're all healed up, slice and dice again, rinse and repeat, over and over. Sounds fun, huh?
That's straight up torture.
Even if your body's immortal, the pain is all real. Becoming his sacrificial guinea pig would be nothing but hell on earth.
You sure know a lot about this.
Well, yeah. That's why you should come in to me instead. Doesn't sound so bad now, does it, Osato?
Huh?
I'll take you into my protection before you're handed over to Ukaku Dono. All you need to do is shut up and do as you're damn told, woman.
God damn, dude.
Oh, hell no! If you think I'd ever grovel to some nameless creep like you, you've got another thing coming. I refuse.
You'll remember me when we meet, I promise. So here's the deal. Get on today's last ferry to Toba Port. Come alone. Got it?
Oh, jeez. I mean, to stick with what Sato's saying. I'm going to say not a chance, because that sounds like what she would want to respond next.
What? Not a chance. Damn right, she isn't going anywhere with you. So do us both a favor and never contact me again.
Ah, come on. Is that really how we're gonna play it? Listen, if you don't show up when I say, I'll tear through every last dumbass on this island. Slice them all to fucking pieces. Sound good to you? And that's what happens when people defy me. No mercy, just punishment.
What?
So I'll say it once more, my dear Sato. If you don't want this island to be a bloodbath, get on the last ferry. Come to Toba Port, alone. This is your last chance. You get that, right?
When you say no mercy, just punishment, what exactly are you talking about here?
Oh, you know. I have this little curse power. Let's just say it can be pretty fucking potent.
Another curse?
I guess I could show it off by cursing every woman on the island. Kill them all off, one by one. How's that sound? That way everyone else on the island will see the one girl who doesn't die, and, well, guess your secret's out.
No.
So yeah, better just do as I say. No point fighting it. I've already got an assassination mixed in with locals. Or sorry, an assassin mixed in with the locals. Everything's set.
An assassin? Mixed in with the locals?
Yep, and they're fucking nuts. Gave him a curse and they're way too thrilled to use it. Dead serious too. I was like a psycho killer. You get those sometimes. Natural killers. Pretty sure they've already made their move, and unless I call them off, they sure ain't stopping.
Is he being serious?
I'll check with you again after the first body drops. I really recommend you make the smart choice before that. Anywho, ferry's leaving soon, so tick-tock, my dear Sato. Don't keep me waiting.
Huh? Wait.
Okay, so that was the guy they said that on the phone that said he was going to kill everyone. Okay, so that was the phone call. Woo. So if we don't want everyone to die, we have to make Sato choose to go there maybe then? Dude, the story's crazy.
This is bad. You heard all that, right? Yeah. Killing people with curses? No way, right? I knew I had a bad feeling about that phone call.
What's up, puppy?
Puppy, puppy, pup.
Puppy, puppy, puppy. He's a good boy. Good pup.
We came back here thinking Sotaro might be around. But now that I think about it, there's a good chance I could run into Mr. Wakamuta too. That could get awkward. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Kamashimaru, help us out here.
Kamashimaru, help!
I'm really glad Tsukasa's here with me. I don't think I could have handled all this if I were alone. The last ferry leaves in, what, less than an hour now? And if I don't get on it, the whole island is in trouble. All that talk about curses and killing people, we still have no idea who that even was. Felt like he knew something about your past, too. Yeah, but as far as I can remember, I honestly have no idea who he is. They knew about Ukaku Dono and his research, so they're definitely involved in some other way or another.
Or in some way or another.
Then maybe it's someone who doesn't get along with Ukaku Dono and wants to steal you away from him. Makes sense. Trying to help me is probably just a front, so his real goal has got to be something like that.
So maybe he just acted like he knew you to put you at ease?
Could be. But if he really wanted to put me at ease, I don't think he had the right tone.
Yeah, that attitude was anything but reassuring. Like, was he actually serious thinking you'd go along with all that just because he barked at you?
Not to mention threatening to curse the people on the island to death. It's hard to tell how serious he was.
Well, one thing's clear. He's bad news.
Ah, wait. Someone's come home.
Well, you came back, huh, Sato?
Oh, shoot. Wakamura's here.
Oh, shoot, I don't... Thing doesn't tell me which voice I'm on. I want to make sure I'm on the right voice. Okay, cool, I am. Whoop. Nope. Think.
Maybe I should just go tell Mr. Wakamura exactly what happened.
What's wrong, girl? You look like you seen a ghost.
Well, we just got a strange threatening phone call.
Oh? Tell me more. So some nobody you don't even know wants you sent off to the last ferry today.
Yes. They said if I don't go, the island will be stuck with no mercy, just punishment.
Bah, he's just trying to snatch you out from under Ukaku Dono's nose. Always some fools trying to play smart. Pulling a stunt like that wouldn't just get you out on Ukaku Dono's bad side. It'd be a hell of a lot worse than that. Ignore that fool's call. You're going to Ukaku Dono tomorrow like we planned.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I totally should have said something earlier, but I'm totally against this whole sacrifice nonsense. Hey, old man, if we can lift that curse of the raging waves before tomorrow, then Sato doesn't have to be offered as a sacrifice, right?
Well, yeah, if that's possible. But that curse stumped even the finest sorcerer I know. You'd need solid proof it'd been broken.
That's fine.
Well, how are we gonna do that, Tsukasa? She's getting a little ahead of herself, maybe.
Everything is still so up in the air that I really didn't want to have to see him right now. He could have at least come home a little bit earlier and taken that damn phone call for me.
Yeah, what would he have said if it was Wakamura on the phone? Wait, what else did he say? Something about an assassin?
Yes. They said someone wielding a curse power has mixed in with the locals and is already proceeding with their plans.
Think it could be true?
Most likely bluffing, but I'll have folks look into it just in case. Either way, if we nab the assassin first, there ain't nothing to worry about. This is my Kamishima. I don't like hearing we have unknowns mixed in with my people.
Seeing as we're being threatened by a curse, couldn't you ask that sorcerer you trust to help us deal with it?
Not happening. Too short notice. Even just one consultation takes a whole month of back and forth with their manager for an appointment. Not to mention, you can't even imagine how much it costs. You don't trouble someone like that over some damn fool's prank call when it's probably just a bluff. I mean, a bluff, the guy seems to know a lot of shit that he probably shouldn't know, so I'm not sure if it's a bluff, dude.
Seriously? They're that big a deal? I guess neither of those two we bumped into yesterday was the sorcerer then.
Who are you talking about?
Yesterday we spoke to a man and a woman in traditional clothes who asked where this place was. They didn't stop by?
Oh, right, yeah. Some shady-looking folks came around. They said something about a great storm curse drawing near and told me I should warn everyone to prepare for evacuation.
Wait, so even people from the outside of the island know this curse of the raging waves? But then who exactly were they?
Beats me. Claim they were with the police or some such. But something smelled fishy to me. They were rambling on about mummies and whatnot. Didn't make a lick of sense. Ain't got time to mess with folks like that. Told him I already knew and had to get lost. Yeah, we really do need to get back to that part. I want to hear what that conversation was. Anyone with even the slightest spirit sense can tell the island's affected by a curse right now. They were just scam artists using that to spout nonsense to squeeze out donations. Bunch of crooked psychics, that's all. Got no time to be dealing with folks like that.
Is that really all it was? Something about it is nagging at me. Is this Curse of the Raging Waves definitely real?
I already told you, it's as real as they get.
So? What are you gonna do now, old man?
First off, Sato ain't going anywhere. Stay put till the last ferry docks back at the mainland.
You sure that's safe?
Curses or not, there's no way anyone is going to go around killing off a bunch of people. That just ain't practical. That said, someone sneaking in as assassin, that could happen.
I see.
Bah! Even if their curse was just a bluff, they're clearly planning something. Ain't no way I'll let it slide. Threatening not just me, but Ukaku Dono, they'll regret messing with us. I'll smoke them out myself and have them confess all their bullshit.
Yikes, he's pissed.
You two stay right here, got it?
He's gone. Sped out like a bullet. So what now? He told us to wait here, but... Well, we don't need to catch the ferry anymore. Still, feels like a waste of time just sitting here. Let's go see if we can find Suyu. Sounds good. If we can find a way to stop the curse of the raging waves, there'd be no reason to sacrifice you. Let's go.
About an hour and a half later.
Well, we definitely learned a lot more after speaking with Suyu.
Oh, we're not even going to get to hear that conversation?
Huh? Tsukasa? Damn it. Listen, there's no way I'm letting them sacrifice you. Not for anything. Thanks, Tsukasa. Sorry I got so worked up. Don't worry about it. That's just who you are. I guess that last ferry should have reached the mainland by now. Yeah, think old man managed to find that assassin? Let's see what's going on outside. Whoa, let's see what's going on outside. Not like we have much else to do now. Yeah.
Just doing a quick scan. Honestly, at this point, I feel like it's proven to me that there's nothing changes in the surroundings. I don't know. I just always want to make sure to take a look.
Still, I can't get over what Suyu told us earlier. What a shock. Can't imagine how much you've been through, Sato.
Wait, so why didn't we get to know this? So Suyu told him a bunch of interesting information and we didn't get to know? Come on, dude.
Yeah, my memories also came rushing back so suddenly. I wasn't really sure what to do.
We must see that later. We must see it later. That would be crazy if they never showed us that.
Let's go see what's going on outside. The whole assassin thing is terrifying, though.
Yeah, is this when she ends up getting cut? Oh, God. I think we're quickly approaching that moment. Oh, yeah, it's on Chuo Street or whatever. This is going to be the scene, I think. Oh, no. Yeah, Shotaro was there.
Oh, look, it's Shotaro.
Ba-ding! They don't have like a sparkle on his teeth. They should have done that. Hey, you two. Perfect timing. My old man's been stomping around with his wild look on his face, asking people if they've seen anyone suspicious. You two know anything about that?
Actually, yeah, we do. So I guess he's trying to track down that assassin who's blending in on the island somewhere.
Wow, so people really announce threats like that over the phone. Still, glad the old man didn't take the bait. That was probably the right call. But if it's not just Ukaku Dono's people after you, then we've got a new problem on our hands.
Yep.
There's probably a bird sticker here.
Mockingbird, where you at? Where would they place that sticker at? Oh, there it is. Got it. Mockingbird number 14 discovered. That's fun. This one's a ladybird. Cool. All right, found that. That's done. Surroundings. The sun's starting to go down. Maybe that's part of it, but something feels off. Yeah, you're about to get fucking chopped in half or whatever and then come back to life in front of everybody. And there was no other surroundings to look at then, huh? Just the void. Alright, let's think. There's a lot I need to talk to Shotaro about. Take a look at Tsukasa. Tsukasa's clearly on edge. I can't blame her. This whole situation is such a mess. Let's talk to her. We really should apologize for missing the meeting earlier. Yeah. Even with everything going on, he still manages to stay calm. I know it's not fair to lean on him only when things get tough, but his confidence makes it so hard not to. About the assassin, about earlier today, about the sacrifice. About earlier today, let's start with something lighter first, and we'll get to the heavier stuff. Sorry about missing our meeting today. I was the one who asked, and I ended up standing you up. Something urgent came up, and I couldn't make it. Ah, right, that. Well, stuff happens. I'm not mad or anything, but... Mind telling me what exactly happened? Well, something unexpected came up and kind of threw off my whole schedule. So you can't say any more than that? You're not even gonna tell me what you wanted to talk about? Yeah, I can't tell you that either, sorry. Right. Well, whatever. Let's just say you owe me one. Owe you one? Yeah. Sometime when I need it, you'll have to do something for me. Well, wait, that's not fair. It's not her fault. I'm the one who caused all the problems today. You see, I was actually the one who... Tsukasa, stop. This isn't the time for that. But if I don't, you'll...
Whoa. Why do I feel like I'm the bad guy here? You're the one who didn't show up.
No, you're not the bad guy. It really is my fault. I'm sorry. No, it's on me. Sato didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, relax. For the sake of your friendship, I'll let it slide. Let's just reschedule for another time.
Right, thank you. Thank you.
New thought?
Damn, I hope he'll forgive us for not showing up earlier. I've got to do better next time. For Tsukasa's sake, too.
We'll keep talking about earlier today. Things are a little hectic today. We can talk about that more another time. All right, cool. Done with that one. About the assassin. If this so-called assassin really has slipped in among the others, running around blindly like my old man won't get us anywhere. We don't have enough to go on yet, so it's hard to say anything for sure. But at the very least, I'd be looking for people with regular contact with those off the island.
Right. Anyone who rarely leaves the island isn't really a likely suspect. So that means that people like Shotaro and me, who live on the island most of the time, are the most suspicious?
Who live, off, I think I said on, but who live off, right, yeah, because they've just returned to visit or whatever. Given the situation, yeah. You know, it's also possible that the caller and the assassin are both working for Ukaku Dono.
Wait, why would you think that?
It's possible that he either never had the means to lift the curse of the raging waves like he promised, or never intended to hand it over to in the first place.
Oh, I get it. That way he could just get Sato without keeping his end of the bargain. Plus, you could also then turn around and pin everything on your old man.
Exactly. Sharp as ever, Tsukasa.
Thanks.
Either way, if someone like that really is out there, we need to stay on guard.
Definitely.
About the sacrifice. So, about getting you out of that whole sacrifice mess.
Ah, yes, about that.
I've been thinking. Maybe it's best if we leave for Tokyo together first thing tomorrow. Lay low for a while. Yeah, I know, it looks like I'm just using this chaos as an excuse, but at this point, I don't think I can offer any other options. What do you think?
Well, first off, thanks for thinking over it with me, or for me. But, would it be okay if I gave a little more thought?
Sure, but if you take the ferry, my old man will catch on. If you want to go, it'll have to be on a small boat, quietly, just after dawn. I'll need time to set things up, so I need your answer by tonight.
Okay, I'll think it through. Huh? What's wrong?
Looks like you got something caught in your bangs.
Oh, uh-oh, is this the moment? Is it gonna happen?
Oh, no, how embarrassing.
You always seem so calm and collected, but I guess everyone has their moments.
Where? You want me to take a look? No, it's okay. I've still got that hand mirror on me. Let's take a look. Yeah, what the fuck is that? Ah, there it is. Is that a feather? When did that get there? Got it. That looks What the?
Oh, the mirror is showing the spirit that's about to slice her in half. So this is the moment. You know, for some reason I thought the mirrors were going to come up. I don't think I said it earlier, but I have thought like, oh, you know, they did kind of mention the whole mirrors being some sort of superstitious tool or whatever. And it's like, well, there you go. It is doing something, but it's just going to let her see the thing that's about to slice her in half.
What the hell is that? Is something wrong, Sato? There's something behind me. Huh? What was that? I should check.
It's right behind me, isn't it? Slowly, slowly.
I should check behind me.
Oh, isn't this behind her? Oh, there we go.
Huh? I could have sworn it was right around here. There's nothing there. Maybe I imagined it.
Sliced! Oh my god!
Oh shit, that hurts!
I wish I could actually do like a Bloody Mary scream. My screams are so dumb.
Damn it, it hurts. It hurts. It cut straight through me. My insides are on fire. This is it, isn't it? I just died. But how? What happened? Oh, Tsukasa, I'm sorry. They got me. So this is the power of the curse then. It's real. I saw something for a split second and then it cut me down. Okay, just relax. Breathe, nice and slow. This is bad. People are coming over. It's turning into a scene. Oh no! Not here. Everyone will see. Damn it. Everyone will know I can heal. What do I do? They're all panicking. No choice. Just act dazed, clueless, then run away while I can.
Then she just literally runs away. Witness Shato Shiranami. I didn't. That was weird. The achievement looked like it didn't actually have the full name of it. I guess witness her death. Man, that's crazy. Man, I do want to continue on the story really bad right now because it's getting really good, but I think I need to call it a break, and I gotta get some stuff done today. I gotta do some chores and stuff before the end of the day, so I'll probably end the stream at that point then. This is cool though. So we got this one. Oh, that's funny. So this is like the female bird, and there's all these connections to all these other guys. So this bird is in love with this guy, and this bird is in love with her, but she's not returning that. She's also in love with this guy mutually, and also likes this guy one way. That's fun. This is pretty funny. I feel like I'm more motivated to find the birds in this game because of this chart, honestly. I think that chart's kind of fun. Okay, man, this shit is getting crazy. Man, I'm honestly really excited for next week. Who knows, maybe I'll even do a midweek stream just so I can get some more content, because I want to know what happens next. It's crazy. All right, let's save it. Save. Do it right to slot 1. Yes. All right, there we are. Cool, man, some heavy shit's happening, and then we're gonna have to go all the way back to the past here and figure out what Arnav Barnum has been doing this whole time, so that'll be interesting as well. But man, this crazy shit up here has been piquing my interest pretty hardcore, and we'll have to see where Sato goes when she runs away. It looks like Shadow. It looks like she goes back to the Wakamuta residence. That's their kitchen there. Interesting. All right, well, that's all for today's stream. Thanks to anybody who may have stopped by and enjoyed some of the content with me. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'll be back next Sunday to play some more of this and continue the story. So if you're interested as much as I am, then please come back and join me. And yeah, until then, you guys stay happy, stay healthy, and we will see you later. Bye-bye, everybody.